Okay, there we go. Finally, the music cut off. Yo, 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 yo. What is up? What is up? What is going on, everybody? Yes, sir. What is going on? We got a late night stream, late evening stream going on for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Fitness live stream show. Yes. Yes, sir. It is Sunday night, getting ready for the start of the week coming up, and hopefully you had a good weekend. If your weekend was bad, then always remember this.
Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
As long as you didn't become unalive and you made it through the weekend, you should be grateful. That is right. Yes, sir. Be happy. Be happy. And yeah, I had to... Today's a late night stream. Had some stuff I had to take care of. Took a little time longer than I expected. Then I got carried away because I was able to get some more sounds. I got some of my sound bites back, so I was able to add more sounds to my soundboard. So I was having a little bit too much fun doing that, and I actually took too much time doing that, and I should have just knocked this out earlier today, but we're here now, so at least we can have fun with it while I do these new sounds that we got. So we're gonna play some of these, but we're gonna have fun at the same time. But yes, sir, thank you for tuning in. We are simultaneously streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Rumble, so whichever one that you're on, feel free to enjoy. Click the like button for sure. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button as you're gonna see pop up on your screen if it wants to. Is it gonna do it for me? No? Not today? Okay, well maybe it did and I just can't see it. Oh, there it is. It did happen. Yes, the like button did show up. If it did show up, hit that like button if you're on YouTube, Rumble, whatever you're on, whatever you're watching. If you're on Twitch, just know that you'll get an ad. When you get an ad, you can either just write it out or migrate on over to a different platform and keep it moving and keep up. But just know that if you want to contribute to today's show, there's the Cash App and the Venmo. Cash App Daniel2888, Venmo Daniel-00 if you want to contribute to today's show. Today we got a nice little lineup for you. We're going to go over our topics of, and a bug just hopped on me, I don't know what that was. We're going to go over our topics of fitness, the economy, and AI. For fitness, we are going to go in and look at a individual, Mr. Borat. Borat has gotten jacked, more to say, kind of like he's put on some size. Pause. Jesus, where's my thing? Yes. Borat has, I guess he's got tired of looking like the way he looked. Yeah, so Borat's put on some muscles. So we're going to check out and look at Greg Doucette's video, and we're going to look and see exactly what he's talking about, what's going on with Borat, which is going to be kind of, no, I ain't going to lie. I'm going to feel... Feel a little weird, but anyway, we're gonna get over that real quick, and then after that we're gonna go to the economy portion of the show. In the economy portion of the show, we're gonna look at the price of silver. Silver has hit an all-time high this past week. Has hit an all-time high. If you're ever into any precious metals or anything like that, we're gonna check out silver and see what is going on. But yes, silver has hit an all-time high, and we're also going to look into as well as the job market. The job market is not looking too shabby. College grads are having a hard time trying to find a job. Then you have people with degrees, and the banking industry has been laying off and firing a hell of a lot of people lately, which is not too good. Yeah, you have to kind of think about what's going on and looking at the economy. You just kind of make yourself want to try to figure out, like, really, what the fuck is going on? Because it's like, oh, why is all this happening? Because not even just the banking industry, college grads who graduate with bachelor's and master's degrees can't get a job. Then you have the tech industry. IBM is even laying off people as well, on top of all the other ones that we have covered over these past few episodes that we've done. So we're going to go over that and look at that in the economy portion of the show. Then we're going to migrate on over to the AI segment of the show. When we get there, we're also going to look at and see the Tesla bots that has been put out by Elon. So Elon got some new Tesla bots. So we're going to see how all of that goes, and we're going to actually see if it's good or if it's bad. Exactly. We're going to see what is going on, if it's good or if it's bad. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into today's show, not waste no much time. So we're going to go ahead and start it off with our first intro of the day. Here we go.
Let's get ready for the fitness segment of the show.
All right, there we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, got a redhead Latina. All right. You got a redhead one for sure. I got to get this over here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, there we go. We're back. We're back. We're back. All right. Up. Gotcha. That time. What is this? It's a fruit fly or something. Sorry, this dude was creeping on me. I think what it is that he smells my sweet tea I got up in here. This is a Carnival cup. Back before it got all how do you say it? That's a Carnival cup from 10 years ago. So back before it got kind of, like
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers,
You know what I mean? It back before then, you know what I mean? Now it's like, they don't want, they've been having some issues lately. So I probably won't be riding Carnival anymore. I'll probably go to whatever the more classier one is, because and people try to post some videos about Carnival and try to say like they're trying to redeem themselves, but I'm looking at them like,
you lying ass bitch.
I don't believe it. It's probably gonna be extra boring, or just avoid cruises in America altogether and go to a different country and cruise somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it. Besides, there's way better cruises elsewhere. Go and like do that northern cruise where you get to see the northern lights and all that good stuff like that, or like where you go into like the ice and glaciers and stuff. That would be me. I would do that for sure. So just food for thought. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop into the fitness portion of the show. We're going to jump on over here and see exactly what's going on. But before we do, we have to go ahead and make sure, because your boy still ain't got the premium yet. I know. It's a sad day. Still ain't got the premium yet, but we make sure the ads will not be blocking it. Shut up. Somebody yelling at me. But anyway, now that we got the ad out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into the show. This show is going to be by Greg Doucette, talking about Borat got Jack pause. And we're going to see exactly if he's on juice or whatnot, but fair use to Greg Doucette. And we're going to check this video out right here. Change that banner. Bam, bam. And let's get right into it. Here we go.
Natural. He does. He's tall guy. He doesn't have that much muscle. And so he looks natural. And so that is how bad it actually is. Most people who diet down like this at 53 would have even less muscle than this, and they wouldn't get this lean. Borat, he does a transformation.
Borat's 53. Sheesh. He looks 53 right here. Jesus. Look at the thing behind him. He's like playing this character out a little bit too long. And why? How do you have this much money and your teeth look like this? That never made sense to me. I don't get it. How are you rich and your teeth look bad? But I digress. Let's continue.
And in his words, it was very nice. Was this in fact CGI? Borat himself had to state, look guys, this isn't CGI. I actually did it. You know where this video is going. Was Borat's transformation natty or not? Did he just hop on some boron? I'm sorry. Well, it's possible. Yeah, I'll give you that. There's maybe a 1 in 100 chance, maybe 1 in 1,000 that he did it natural. But let me point out where he literally lies. We've caught him. Sacha Baron Cohen debuts ripped body. He's on the cover of Men's Fitness UK edition national magazine. And you can see, bro looks amazing. And did you all know he's 53 years of age? That's as old as The Rock. It's almost as old as Michael Hearn. It's even older than Coach Greg. He has a flat stomach. You can see some abs. He's very vascular. The chest is well formed. He's very lean. He's got some of the hollowing of the cheeks. And so bro has done it. He's perhaps not quite single-digit body fat, but he is on the cusp. His words, he says this, despite reports, I did not take Ozempic. I got this body the honorable way, paying a personal trainer a lot of money. All right. Let's see if this is true.
Sacha Baron Cohen proving he's been hitting the gym hard.
Clearly, he's been training harder than last time. And whenever you admit that you were on HRT, Ozempic, anything, people are going to say, yeah, well, that's why you got your body. And so in order to minimize that, what do you say? You say you didn't take anything. And let's not fail to mention, he just got a new...
I wouldn't put it past. At 53, at that point, like, who cares? At 53, I'm gonna be steroided probably to the max. Who knows? Depends on how life goes. But at 53, you got the money, and 9 times out of 10, people don't play fair when it comes to stuff like that. So why not? Or at least, something to help, but it really don't need it. If you got the money to eat healthy and take vitamins and supplements and just work out, you'll be just as good. You just got to eat a lot. You know what I mean? Once you increase your food intake and make sure it's clean and healthy and your proteins and carbs and fats are all good, as long as you eat more and work out, that's really all it takes. It just takes you eating more. And people don't realize how much they undereat and how much, if they do overeat, they eat a bunch of crap. It'll be different if you overate and ate good quality food and then worked out and used that food for fuel in the gym. It will make a world of a difference. But people undereat, and if they overeat, as far as calories go, they eat a bunch of just trash, and it works against them, and they feel like they're in this rat race or in that little hamster wheel just going in circles, like not accomplishing anything. So I think it's doable if he just like really went hard on his diet and ate good. Also, got to add genetics too as well. He doesn't look like the type of person who has the culture of people who have great bodies, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know what his background is, but genetics do play a part as well. But anyway, let's see.
Role, and guess what? He just got hired by Marvel. He's being paid anywhere from $4 to $8 million. It's a hefty fee. And you're going to play a villain called Mephismo.
That's just like nasty, bruh.
What the fuck?
Get out of here.
And he can't look like Borat with...
Man, hold on. We got to give him this.
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Groovy Nightclub Drama, Miss Wayman Harrington.
The soft-looking physique, the body fat around the midline, and essentially looking normal. Borat himself, he looks above average. I'm sorry, but that's just how bad the average person in the world actually looks like.
First, we offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your...
Oh, they caught me slipping. Oh no, the ad police caught me slipping. They've been getting really smooth with these ads lately. I'm not even gonna lie. They've been super smooth with these to the point where I'm like, whoa, you caught me. And then they catch me in the middle of drinking too, which makes me think they're watching my live streams. As soon as I start drinking and then I gotta like put the cup down and move off stuff. But back to Borat here. But yeah, before we start.
Borat is an above-average looking man. He's A, tall, B, he's only a little bit fat, and so therefore, he's doing aight. I don't know the body fat percentage of people from Kazakhstan, but what I do know is that Uzbekistan is greater than Kazakhstan. I'm sorry, Borat, but in Uzbekistan, we have Turk Builder Max as well as $70 million up. In here, you got to think probably on steroids. Now, do you really think that they're just going to let him make a video, an interview, and say, hey, Borat, admit everything that you're on, Go ahead, by all means. It's funny, you're a comedian. You can say you're on HRT, and we won't say anything. No. And so what happens when he actually admits some of the things that he's taking?
Even joked that the snaps were not AI.
I mean, they mentioned it already. Like, Superman was on juice. Who else? Like a lot of people that do movies and getting these great physiques, they already came out and said a lot of these people be on the steroids and the juice. You know what I mean? Like wrestlers back in the day in the Attitude Era. Me and my brother was talking about that earlier. Like all them fools was on juice. Nowadays, all these wrestlers look like the way Borat used to look. You know what I mean? Like seriously. Like nowadays, you turn on the TV and watch wrestling, and you see a bunch of dudes that look like this. This is what you see now. You see a bunch of dudes in wrestling that look like this. As far as back in the day, though, they was out there, like getting it in, like actually having some roid rage kick in. We were watching a bunch of dudes like beat each other up on roids. So, I wouldn't put it past them being on juice. And like, you're 53. Like, who do you have to prove anything to at 53? You're already rich. You're successful. You've done what you wanted to do. I mean, unless something in your contract is stating that you can't say certain things because they don't want that information out. But other than that, like, who cares? But at the same time, it's publicity. So all publicity in this manner of him doing a Marvel movie, we're talking about him. Greg Doucette is talking about him. So it works out for, the best as far as getting him out there.
Not to AI on his story, revealing his makeover secrets, writing, some celebs use Ozempic, some use private chefs, others use personal trainers. I did all three.
And so I've got to be honest, and being an action hero are not synonymous. They don't go hand in hand.
All three. Some use private chefs. Others use personal trainers. I did all three.
So he's saying he took Ozempic as well, but he didn't. I thought Ozempic was to help you lose weight. That's what I thought it was. So I don't know.
He didn't say that. Tell me he didn't just say that.
I'm just saying. Ozempic, I don't know.
And so I've got to be honest, and being an action hero are not synonymous. They don't go hand in hand. These are not two things that ever is going to happen. And so he's not very honest. We just heard him say he used Ozempic, a personal chef, and a personal trainer. No mention of steroids. And then he says, oh, they quoted me all wrong. I haven't used Ozempic. Bro, you've been caught in 4K, and so what else have you been omitting? Do you think a guy with a net worth now still at $80 million, down from 160, doesn't have the money to afford proper medical care, perhaps HRT peptides and so on? Why wouldn't he? Bro is 53. You think if his testosterone levels came back at perhaps 400 nanograms per deciliter, they're not going to say, hey, you know what? Let's top it up to 1,000. And here are the results. Oh, and you're struggling with your appetite, and you never heard about cocaine and $60 million. And how did that work out for him? Bro couldn't keep his woman. He got a divorce. And so I don't care how much money you have. What you need is health. Health is wealth. And without it, it's all going to end.
The 53-year-old continued to share pics hard launching his midlife crisis, a comment that might not be just for laughs.
How was he going through a midlife crisis? He got divorced from his wife. I don't know if she divorced him or whatever, how it went. I mean, the possibility of her divorcing him is really high. But if he got divorced, how is he going through a midlife crisis? Bro just went and got in shape and about to do a Marvel movie. How is that a midlife crisis? That's, you know what I mean? Like, that don't make any sense. That's not a midlife crisis. I mean, he went and got into shape at 53, looking great. Wifey's gone, so now he gets to go and, you know, play with young tenderonis as he becomes this new Marvel superhero. That's my opinion. That's how I see it. Have fun.
Of course, it's Borat. He's going to be known to make some jokes, to try to be funny. Hard launching his midlife crisis. It's funny, but what's funny?
Borat, if you're listening, I want you to just look at everybody that's talking trash about you and just say this from the bottom of your heart.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
About it is there's truth in the jokes. When comedians say a joke, the reason it's so funny is because it's got some truth to it. Do you all know that? Whether it's racist, whether it's in bad taste, there's something funny about it.
So it was a very challenging time for my love life.
Very challenging time for my love life. And what happens when that happens? Many men are going to say, you know, it's time to hit the gym. It's time to lock in. It's time to get the weights. It's time to get on trend. Now, in his case, I don't think it's trend. I think it's HRT at doctor-prescribed doses, but it's still HRT. It's still testosterone. And so in case you're thinking, well, this doesn't make any sense. He doesn't have as muscle as Hussein Farhad, and Hussein's natural.
Let me guess. You're thinking.
It doesn't matter who's natural. You're 53. Your body's not going to recover the way it used to. You're 53. And Borat was not a person that clearly worked out in his past life. I mean, where are we at? 7th? I mean, come on. Can you blame why his wife divorced him? Like, look, this is what his wife had to deal with. You just think she was just like excited when homeboy went to go take a shower. She was just like just fawning over her husband. Nah, bruh. Like, nah. That's just disgusting. Like, really, like, look at this, bro. This is gross. Like, seriously, like, clearly you understand why wife divorced him, so y'all gonna hate on this man for hopping on the juice and getting right? Like, let him live. He 53. He ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Again, Borat, if you're listening.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
Let him know. Tell him. Uh-oh. We forgot the sound. Let's go back. Here we go.
But he didn't. Why wouldn't he take testosterone? Why wouldn't he go on HRT? How old are you right now? 95% of you watching this are under the age of 53, and so you cannot comment because you don't know what it'll be like when you get older. Oh, you're 40 right now? Oh, that's so old. Everything is working fine. Oh, yeah, come see me in 13 years. And so age, it never loses. Father Time, he's coming for you. And so when your body, it starts to sag, your penile area, it starts to point down like Wes Watson. The suspensatory ligament, it's simply not doing what it once did. You get on some tests, perhaps a little bit of Cialis. Oh, and in case you are in need of Cialis, perhaps some Viagra, perhaps some enclomiphene. Your testosterone levels are on the decline. You can get your blood work taken from Algo RX. I've partnered with them. I'm an equity owner, and I strongly suggest you give them a try. They have dramatically pharma grade from qualified medical clinic.
Ironheart as CB's new look, Marvel. He joined the MCU, but the real motivation.
I mean, look at Guy. I don't know if they enhance his photos, so you also got to take that into consideration because Hollywood be lying their ass off. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. They might have, added some, they got him in lighting. They probably hit him with some Photoshop, maybe some AI, who knows. But still, if this is halfway true, whatever the case, at 53, bruh, at 53, come on, bro. This is you in your 30s. Now, this is you in your 50s. Like, come on. This is you in your 50s. Like, come on. Like, hey, if it's up to me, I'm juicing to the gills. You could be like the movie The Program where the dude went in the bathroom and bent over and hit himself in the butt with a syringe. That would be me all day long. I don't care what nobody say. I'd be walking around looking at y'all like, hey.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Behind SCB's new look, Marvel. He joined the MCU by way of Ironheart as Mephisto.
And so they're saying the real motivation is acting in the Marvel movie. That was motivation enough to go on HRT. I mean, I'm surprised it's not in the clause, in the contract, You are going to play a superhero, supervillain in a Marvel movie. We need you to look jacked and shredded at the same time. We don't care if you're 53. How do you think that happens? And now,
I mean, come on now. Think about it. Let's get him off the screen. Think about it. You're getting a Marvel movie in your 50s, and they like, hey, we need you to look fantastic. Like, first of all, how much money we talking, right? How much money we talking? Oh, that much? Okay, well, then I guess it's time to get on the juice. Okay, but you can't tell anybody, like,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers,
We finna get this bread. Like, at 53, we finna end up finna be in a Marvel movie? Like, you just gonna revamp my career for the next 5 or 10 years, for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Anybody got anything to say, just... Shut up! Exactly. Don't even worry about them. I mean, get your money at what do you say, $4 to $8 million to do a Marvel movie and to get in the best shape of your life at 53, looking at how you used to look in your 30s, wearing a green one-piece lime neon green Speedo, looking disgusting, and now your wife divorced. At 53, your wife is divorced, you got in the best shape. Bro, you finna be Leonardo DiCaprio out here in these streets, bro. You finna, where's my thing? You finna be Leonardo DiCaprio out here in these, and I can't find my thing. Oh yeah, you gonna be. That's all you gonna hear all day long. Every single girl that passed by, all day in your bedroom. You're gonna be just waxing, yes sir. At 53, wife divorced you, about to be a superhero of Marvel, and I'm in the best shape of my life.
And at the same time, we don't care if you're 53. How do you think that happens? And now, did he in fact hire a chef? I believe he did. Did he in fact hire a personal trainer? Well, he does admit to that twice. And what about Ozempic? Why wouldn't he be on Ozempic? The hunger cravings, being hungry, is why most people are overweight. If no one had hunger, I don't know if we'd survive as a species. Think of it, you're never hungry. What motivation would you have to eat? I don't want it. Why should I eat? Why do you think I created this cookbook? That's so you don't lose weight. Now, of course, I tell everyone 150 minutes of cardio a week, and if you could double that, you're going to lose even more. The more cardio you do, the easier it is to lose weight. You increase your metabolism, your energy expenditure goes up.
And for those of you who don't understand how much 150 minutes a week is for cardio, that is simply 30 minutes for about 3 or 4 days. So 30, 60, 90. That's an hour and a half. And then another 30. So, 150 minutes basically. So, about 2 hours of cardio, 2.5 hours of cardio. That's not that much to do. That's not that much to get to actually get over and pull off. You could walk it, jog it, get on the elliptical stair thing or whatever. It's not a lot, but it helps tremendously. It really does help tremendously. You'll be surprised if you incorporate some cardio with your working out. It helps tremendously. You can either do jogging, which I like, or, some kind of combat training, walking, stairs or whatever. But he's right. It really does help. It really does help. But anyway, let's continue. Oh, wait, let's turn up the volume. There we go.
You could reduce the calories in the first place. And so by including GLP Max as well as my cookbook together,
these promotions, bro.
They have the smaller amounts of muscle. They're chiseled, but not massive. They have that lean 50-year-old man, kind of worn out, but still vascular type of appearance. This is exactly what he has. If he were soft looking with no muscle, no vascularity, would he still have that imposing presence? I don't think so. Yeah, when you're fat, you're not scary. You're just unattractive. Bro ain't scary. You're fat. What are you going to do? You're going to come at me? I'll walk away. What are you going to do? You're fat. Yeah, if you got something pointing at me, you might be able to take me out, but you're a fat piece of shit. You're going to get tired walking up the stairs. Oh, you're chasing me. Oh, wow. Like, I'm going to go up to the second floor. You'll never get me. You never think of that? And so he had to get lean. He had to go on a diet. Now, as we zoom in on the nips a little bit, yeah, it's time to get zesty. Does it not appear that he has a slight amount of gynecomastia? Now, that may in fact be the result of HRT, but it could be a result of his depression, perhaps from having to put up with a girl for 13 years. It could be from psych meds or SSRIs. Bro, hopefully isn't depressed.
A far cry from striking a pose.
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Groovy Nightclub Drama, Miss Wayman Harrington.
Pose in a thong while promoting Borat.
Obviously, I'm always tempted to not wear the trousers.
Hey, bro, now with that physique, you should wear those trousers all the time. The green Speedo swimsuit, it's making a comeback. And so the poll results are in. The majority of people do believe he's natural, 100% natural, 58%. 7% believe that he's 3 in a million, 20% believe he just hopped on Turk Platinum, and 15% believe that Uzbekistan is greater than Kazakhstan. The number...
This fool is literally making all this up. He ain't reading nothing. He made up those dang... Whatever he's reading, those polls he's reading, those are his.
One comment is bro rat. And so not a gym rat, but rather a bro rat. I think he just shaved, LOL. I mean, that is in fact true. The low-hanging fruit on a lot of people is if you shave off the fur, the bear coat, if you will, and get a proper tan, you can do wonders. You might not even need to get, a liposuction surgery, skin removal surgery, get a freaking plastic mesh rolled around your waist in order to shrink down your stomach. Just shave, bro. Looks natty. I really want to touch on that comment. Yeah, he does look natural. He does. I mean, he's tall guy. He doesn't have that much muscle. And so he looks natural. And so that is how bad it actually is. Most people who diet down like this at 53 would have even less muscle than this and they wouldn't get this lean. They would look rather sickly. And so there lies the problems. People think that if you're on HRT, well, you're going to look like Coach Greg. I mean,
oh, man, that has to do with your genetics and how often you've been working out. If you worked out up to that point, well, okay, I guess he's right. Because Borat clearly was not working out prior to what we just seen. He was not working out whatsoever. Bro looked disgusting. And yeah, he probably just shaved, which... oh, think about that. Like, that was just gross. Ew. Ugh. Ugh.
I mean, I'm on HRT, and so he should have at least half these sized biceps, but I have 1 in a million genetics. I know you're thinking, no, you don't, Craig. You're a freaking man. You're 5'6". Come on. Yeah, I know, but I'm 6'5" when I'm sitting on my wallet. So shut up. Anyway, guys, steroids, they work, but...
That's a good one. I'm 5'6", but I'm 6'5", standing on my wallet. All right. Hey, you deserve a round of applause for that one, Greg. I like that.
Not amazingly well for everyone. There overrated for the most part. Most people who take steroids don't look incredible. And the reason I know this is because people write comments like, oh, well, Sam Sulek, if anyone took as many steroids as him, they'd probably also turn pro.
This is Mia. She wanted to take...
Oh, Mia, shut up. Nobody want to see what you're doing, Mia. But yeah, that is a prime example of what the juice can do. Like I said, Superman was on juice. What is his name? Henry Cavalieri, or whatever. He was. A lot of times people that be on steroids, but nowadays, so many people on steroids, you can't even, like, you can't tell. You can tell some people, but other people you wouldn't even know. They'll be like, yeah, I'm on steroids, and you look at them, and like their physique isn't like the typical what you think of steroids. It's not like super amazing or anything like that. So everybody is on some kind of steroids, especially the women. The women going hard out here on these steroids. I mean, guys are too, but these women are killing it with these steroids. Shout out to them though, but I'm just saying, like, whew. So you can't tell who's on steroids nowadays. And at 53, why not? You mean, you know what I mean? It's like you're on your last hoorah anyway, so you might as well go all out. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue.
Genetics and steroids to look like that. And so if the average person who's just skinny fat, let's say, takes steroids, namely HRT, they're going to make changes. They probably gain 8 pounds of muscle. And if they take Ozempic, they'll lose a lot of body fat, but they're not going to make a transformation like, oh my God, there's no freaking way. Now, did I say Borat's on test, Tren, and D-ball? No, it's very clear that he's not on a lot. But what I do believe is he ain't natty, that he's on HRT. That's jacked now, guy has a runner's body. Here lies the problem again. I know you're all gonna hate on me and I don't really care because I'm just telling you what you need to hear and not what you wanna hear. What you wanna hear is anyone on HRT, or if you did SARMs or MK677, you're just gonna look incredible. You're gonna have an amazing body. Go to the gym right now and look around. Just examine the people. Most people don't have a lot of muscle. Most people don't have abs. Most people look about average. Is this what is considered jacked? No, this isn't considered jacked. This is just considered 99 percentile in terms of looks, shape, appearance, muscle mass, definition for a man who's 53. I'll say 99.5%. Bro has under 12% body fat. Let's give him that. 1 in 100 people have lower than that. He's at 99 percentile.
I ain't trying to sound nasty or anything, but bro had to shave a hell of a lot. Like, dude had to shave everything. Like, that was a nasty situation. Like, I hate to say this. I really do. I hate to be the guy to say this, but where are we at? I'm sorry. Like, the shave, oh my goodness. Like, bro had to shave ridiculous. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to. Oh my goodness. I hate to do this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, but bro had to shave a tremendous amount, bro. Like, bro had to shave, bro. That's just disgusting. Dude had to shave everything. That's just nasty, yo. That's nasty. That's just, ugh. You know he stink. You know he stunk, boy. That dude smelled like straight ball sweat, like from his armpits to his chest hairs. Like, the dude's whole body just smelled like balls and butt crack. Like, oh my gosh, that's just ugh. Like, bro, oh my God. Oh, gross. Like, could you imagine? And he's just walking around in a thong, sweaty and hairy. And then he wants to be funny. So that means he talks a lot. He moves a lot. Like, bro, go sit your hairy, sweaty balls. His BO is ball odor. Yeah, that's what his BO is. That's just, and then he had to shave it off. Could you imagine whoever did it? Remember the 40-year-old virgin? Remember that movie, The 40-Year-Old Virgin? Like, that was him. He was the man-o'-lantern. Remember they made the man-o'-lantern on his chest? Yeah, that was Borat. They did that to him in real life.
That 99 percentile just based on his body fat alone. I don't care if he had no muscle, no six-pack, no vein, nothing. Just being lean, automatically, it's sus. Sorry, that's how bad the health of most people that it really is. He definitely didn't take terkestrone, which does absolutely nothing. I love reading comments from people that haven't taken something. Yeah.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Greg is about to get upset. Dude straight shot a shot. He's like, up. Yes, sir. Shots fired.
Yeah, you know what else does nothing? Sniffing creatine, it doesn't do anything. There's no euphoria from that whatsoever. It doesn't give you, and you know, nothing. None of those things work. You've never tried it. How can you say that? It's entertaining. And if you've never tried Ajuga turkistanica,
all right, they just triggered Greg and he got all off topic. They hurt my man's feelings. But anyway, shout out to him, man. Shout out to Coach Greg on that video. Give him a round of applause. Yes. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Borat. 53 years old, got a divorce. I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of curious about his divorce. I wonder if he got divorced or if his wife divorced him. Borat divorce. Let me just see this real quick. Let's figure this out. Borat divorce. Let's find out. Has not divorced. Recently, social media posted some fans were misinterpreted as a divorce announcement, particularly following the news of. I typed in Borat. Is there any other Borats around here? No, I don't think Borat has gotten divorced. It doesn't look like it, unless I typed in a different person. Unless there's another. Oh, that's because I didn't type in the right name. All right, here we go. Sachin Borat finalized the divorce in June of 2025. So they just got divorced last month. Okay, after initially their split in April of 2024. So it took a year. They had filed jointly to end their relationship or to end their marriage in 2023. It took 2 years. They shared a joint statement confirming the divorce, emphasizing the respect for each other and commitment to co-parenting. Oh man, 3 children. Good Lord, that sucks. Oh my goodness. Oh, not 3 kids. Oh man. That's very unfortunate. Co-parenting is a bunch of BS. So I'm not a big fan of co-parenting. I don't like it. It's not good for the kids. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so he did get a divorce. He got it finalized last month. They put it in 2023. Finally got finalized. So it took some time to go through. And they always said that divorces take forever. So at 53, bro got in the best shape of his life. I'm bet you his ex-wife is pissed. She's like, dang, bro, you couldn't do that when I was there. I'm pretty sure she's livid. I'm pretty sure she's very upset. I'm pretty sure she was his motivation. Plus that $1 million check that he's getting, or millions of dollars a check that he's getting from what Marvel person is he gonna play? Borat, Marvel. I'm curious. Borat, Marvel. Who is he playing? Who is Borat playing? Who is he playing in Marvel? The actor's been preparing to play his role of Marvel's newest villain, Mephisto. So Mephisto, who is Mephisto? Mephisto in Marvel. Oh, interesting. Okay. So Borat's going to play this guy. Here, I'll show y'all real quick. Here we go. Pull this up here real fast so y'all can see who Borat's going to be playing as far as the character. So this is Mephisto, who Borat's going to be. So yeah, he's basically going to be playing a completely evil looking character, and he's already got the long face for it. All right, that's what's up. So this is who Borat's going to be playing in Marvel. He's going to be Mephisto. So interesting news to actually see. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Hopefully it's actually a good role. Whoa. What's going on? What's that noise? Hopefully it's a good role for him. Hopefully it's actually a really good role and he's able to bring something new to the table, because I've never seen Borat act anything other than funny. So, or try to be funny. So we're going to see how that pans out. Hopefully it's good for him. Hopefully he can actually make it happen. So we'll see. We shall see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's going to be it for the fitness portion of the show. Borat was the center of attention. But yeah, let's go ahead and give a round of applause and move on to the next segment. And with that being said, man, hopefully when he plays Mephisto, I hope he actually brings out, but he's going to have to bring out a new side to him. And I'm kind of interested to see how he plays his character, because you just coming out of a divorce, 3 kids, there's no telling how that situation is weighing on you. So for you to play a villain, you get to let out a new emotion within yourself. You know what I mean? You got this new body and you're about to play this character that's completely opposite of what you've done your entire life. So it's going to be interesting to see Borat actually dive in and play a villain as Marvel. That's going to be actually kind of thrilled to see it now, because I want to see his real life emotions of what he's been through pour into this character, which I think is gonna actually be part of it. So you never know. We might have a unexpected, like Heath Ledger type situation, if you kind of get what I'm saying. You know, like Heath Ledger went in and like just killed the Joker character. So maybe Borat might bring us something new and it'll be fun to watch. We'll see. We'll see. But with that being said, let's go ahead and slide over to the economy portion of the show, which we are going to dive in and check out. First of all, before we even get started, let's go ahead and play the intro to the economy portion of the show.
Welcome to the economy segment of the show. Enjoy.
Oh, yes, I would like to enjoy you. I'm telling y'all, that's going to be my first AI doll right there. Yes, sir. I'm going to bring her to life like Subservient. I'm going to bring her to life. She going to be my AI robot. I'm going to have her walking around cleaning with nothing on. I'm like, hey, clean the house. Ain't got to put nothing on. I can turn her on and off just like that. Yes, sir. And then one day she's going to get upset with me. She's going to look at me sideways and be like, sir. I'm going to be like, ma'am. She's going to be like, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm done. But until then, it'll be fun. So going into the economy portion of the show, let me go put the banner up. Recently, we have found out that they are now looking, well, not now looking, but we do have a U.S. debt clock that is what, at $36 trillion. 36 trillion. So now we have a U.S. debt at $36 trillion. And with that being said, they have now offered ways to bring it down. And let's check out one of the ways they want to bring the U.S. debt down. Right here. If you want to help bring down the U.S. debt, look at what you can do. You can help bring America's $36 trillion debt down by PayPal and Venmo donations. No, sir. That's not gonna work. Who is gonna PayPal Venmo the $36 trillion debt? Have you seen how fast that thing moves? That US, let me see. Let me pull up the US debt clock. Let's take a look at how fast that US debt clock is running in real time and see if your PayPal donation will do anything for it. Let me see it. Here, I got it right here. Let me go ahead and pull up for you real quick. Here it is. I got it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this debt clock. If you think your PayPal donation is going to do anything to this right here, look at this. What's going on? Come on. Okay, usdebtclock.org. Okay. Oh my God, I'm over downloading something right there. If you could see if you could just see numbers moving. I know you can't see the thing because it's blocking, but if you just look, if you see numbers moving, that's it going up by thousands per second, just going up, going up, going up. I mean, it's just going up nonstop. So I just don't think if you throw $100 million at it, that it's just gonna do anything at all. So my advice: don't throw no money at the debt clock. I don't know why they even thinking of put that out there. I think they just gonna intercept your money and they gonna keep it for themselves. That's what's gonna happen. So $36 trillion you can contribute to it by PayPal or Venmo. If you're that stupid, go for it. Hopefully, you don't think that you make a difference, because you're not going to make a difference to that debt. But you could make a difference if you learn how to write your own, how do I say this? If you learn how to write your own negotiable instrument, you could probably, learn about that. Anyway, we're going to look into this one guy right here. So we have, should we do the silver as I hit all-time high? Nah, we're going to skip this part. We're going to skip the silver hitting all-time high. There's no point looking at that. What we are going to do is we're going to jump into this right here, though. We are going to look at this real quick. The college grads. So 2025 college grads are entering a rough job market. The class of 2020 has some advice. Younger and older Gen Zers in a group, they discuss to get employers' attention, starting a job in the AI era and playing the corporate game is not gonna be fun at all. It's like me when I graduated in 06. They were like, go out there and get a job and do something. And like 1 or 2 years later, the housing market goes to hell. So now they're dealing with something worse than what I had to deal with, because at least they kicked the can down the road and bailed out. The banks bailed everybody out. But when they did that, remember, they said they screwing over your future grandkids. Here we are 20 years later, future grandkids getting screwed over tremendously. So let's see what they say right here. Hiring freezes, the threat of AI. a stop-start global trade war. The class of 2025 is having a tough time getting launched in today's job market. It is an experience hauntingly familiar to the class of 2020, who collected their diplomas just as a pandemic was turning the global economy upside down. To let them compare notes, trade tips, and simply commiserate the okay, I don't want to say all that. Okay, cool. So it's a longer thing. I don't feel like reading. I'm not going to read the whole thing because there's more to it. But yes, these people, these new graduates are having an extremely tough time having to deal with the job market, which is very unfortunate because, you know, they're trying to do something with their life and it's just a big old pause that they have to deal with. But we're going to go ahead and look at college grads facing a job market apocalypse, and see exactly what's going on, because having a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and coming out with no experience is not helping the degree whatsoever. So we're going to look at a video right here. This is going to be by Andy Thomas. He's a smaller channel, somewhat like me. And we're going to look into his video and see exactly what is going on in the job market as far as new graduates go. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video and see other people go out and talk to young college graduates and see what they have to say. So here we go.
Michael Macaluso just earned his degree
as
a small business.
Your boy forgot to check the ads, but don't you worry, because all it takes is about 2 seconds and we are back in the game. Yes, we are. Here we go. Got that. And whoops, wrong one. Here we go.
Engineering from the University of Connecticut. Michael Macaluso just earned his degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Connecticut. You all good? But this summer, he's back helping manage his hometown pool. He hasn't found a job in his field despite applying for nearly 200 positions. New research finds now, for the first time ever, the unemployment rate among recent college graduates has exceeded the national unemployment rate.
That's crazy. 6.6%. I knew it was higher than the national rate. I did not know it was that high. That is crazy. This comment says, a mechanical engineer can't find a job. Oh, we are cooked. And I agree. That is a major where he should not have trouble finding a job right now. I mean, that at one point in time, that was going to be an in-demand major. Instead, he is working at a...
Somebody here said, I have a master's degree in aerospace engineering and have applied to over 400 jobs this year and have had less than 5 interviews, 0 offers so far. That's brutal. That is, talk about a kick in the face. I mean, but hey, it's what happens when you know, believe in the system. You know, they do the old rug pull, like I always talk about. They're gonna do a rug pull. The rug pull is gonna happen. But let's continue and look at some of the other situations that's going on.
To him with an offer for an interview.
Oxford Economics, Matthew Martin.
This is kind of goes against what you would expect. Those with higher educational attainment usually have better employment prospects than those with less educational attainment.
Martin's team believes companies are eliminating formative entry-level jobs. The work handed over to artificial intelligence. Tech companies are leading the way. Nariman Farvardin, the president of Stevens Institute of Technology, says his school has been preparing for the AI revolution for the last 10 years. He expects disruption throughout the workforce will be bigger than the disturbance brought on by the introduction of the internet, and it could last up to 15 years.
I think AI...
It could last up to 15 years, bruh. That's, you better figure out a move. Better figure out a move. That's going to be brutal. The next 15 years. And he came out with was it a bachelor's or a master's in mechanical engineering? Nothing. Back to lifeguard.
Has the potential to either augment or maybe totally replace jobs that are physically or cognitively repetitive. These jobs are not only done by entry people. There are certain people who do repetitive things for all of their life.
Farvardin says his message to students today is the same as it always has been. Get an education that will last a lifetime. He says workers who innovate alongside AI won't get left behind.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's impossible to...
Innovate alongside AI. I agree with that. You got to find something that'll innovate alongside AI, but the thing is, if you're going to innovate alongside AI, you got to be able to have a degree to be able to do that. And to get a degree, it's either going to cost money or you're going to go to the military. One of the two. And if you're able to navigate and keep up with it, then you're good. But it's going to be a uphill battle. And for the next 15 years, you better go hard or go home. It's not going to be a joke. It's not going to be a joke. I mean, unfortunately, everybody was sold this dream this whole time. And now that AI came into place, entry level is going to be gone. So if you don't got no experience, it's like, we don't need your help, because the people who are able to move alongside with AI, they're going to be able to apply the entry level jobs that are needed. So now it's going to be mid to senior level positions that are going to be open. Those people are going to have at least 5 or 10 years experience off top. They're going to be good to go. You know what I mean? So that's what they're going to be looking for, is the 5 or 10 year experience. No degree, because you don't have no experience with the degree. So you just be wasting time and just be teaching you how to do a job over something you learned through books and not experience. And we're at the point now where, like, you don't have time to teach anybody. You either know how to do it or you don't. They don't have time to stop and teach, because the entry level is what got you the experience. Now they remove the entry level. So it's like, how are you going to get experience?
That a college degree, a college education
of the job market. So guys, I'm only a junior and I already understand the state of the job market. And I'm just praying by May 2026, matter of fact, fall 2025, things get to moving. When I say recruiters are barely reaching out to me like they used to, and then when I reach out, they're barely responding. Like cold calls, cold DMs, all that stuff, it just don't work no more. Like, I just gotta pull up to your house. Conferences are good. It's good. But it's like, are y'all hiring for real? I see these job listings, but you're not reaching out.
Nobody's
Mind
hiring.
you, I've interned with Intel Corporation, Estee Lauder. I've had 4 internships. I'm a junior, right?
That is crazy.
This is the only summer where it's been difficult. Mind you, I did have a pre-summer plan, but now I'm pivoting last minute. This is the only summer where it has been difficult to actually find an internship. And I feel like for your junior year, it's really important where you work, as in location and who you work with and the role that you're in.
It's super
because
important.
that can alternatively, or that can, hopefully be your full-time offer that you accept. But yeah, I'm not a full-time professional, but trust me, like, us on the lower level, like entry level internships, like we're understanding. We see it too. But I just really want recruiters to respond. Like, why are y'all not responding? I mean, and also ghosting. There's a lot of ghosting being done. It's like the professionalism in corporate is just going down here.
Okay, so I don't.
It's not going downhill. It's just working by design. And by design, they're at the point where they're looking at you and they're saying,
prepare the meat so dumb.
That's what they're saying at this point. A lot of people can't take a hint. They just can't seem to get the hint. Like, that's what's going on. I'm sorry, I'm over fast forwarding this guy while I'm talking. But a lot of people can't get the hint. They don't see it. They're like, what's going on? What's happening? It's like, bruh, we're at an inflection point and it's about to be detrimental. And they kind of like scratching their head, like looking at you like, I don't want to say this out loud, but like, let me look around, make sure nobody's listening. What we're trying to say to you guys, if you're not getting our drift, and you don't want to be rude when we say it, but like,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers,
yeah, go somewhere else.
Never going to get back to her. They're never going to hire.
Unemployment rate for recent college graduates. The black line, national unemployment rate, sitting at about 4.2%. Red line, unemployment rate for recent college graduates, that's sitting at 5.8%. That in and of itself is a bit freaky, but what's even a little bit more like, oh shit, is this gap that we see between the national average and the college graduates be so much higher for so much more prolonged of a time. In fact, this is the highest and longest gap it's been in 30 years. There's a whole bunch of reasons why people think this is. Some folks think it is AI taking more junior level jobs, but a lot of economists are thinking
junior level jobs. We were talking about entry level. She jumped to junior. So it's only going to be senior level people working.
It's because total uncertainty with trade.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Good Lord, they keep hitting me with these ads. Yeah, that's where we're at. Like, they're like junior level jobs are getting moved. So entry level jobs, obsolete, done. You ain't getting an entry level job. They don't need you, depending on what your stuff is. Junior level jobs, it's like, we're wiping those out too. So we're just gonna be stuck with senior level jobs. And like I said, those people probably got master's degrees and they got 10 years experience at least. So yeah, there's really nothing that you could do except, like, the way I look at it, it's like you gotta have to join the military. That's really it. Unless you're just super rich and your family got it like that and they're able to put you in a position, but that's it. There's no other way around. The only other way for you to be able to do this is to have a strong family structure around you. And right now, the West has destroyed the family unit. Men and women that ain't thinking like families anymore. It's like every man and woman for himself, but the only thing that's going to save you is a family unit. Everybody got to put their family together and make something happen. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Nobody's trying to hear that. Nobody's trying to do that. And, you know, I hate to say it, but it's just like the Bible ends up standing the test of time once again.
See, with tariffs and the fact that the people that are in jobs right now aren't leaving them. The people that are thinking about retiring
that's a big part of it,
and
too.
kind of a double whammy. Because of all of the uncertainty with trade and inflation, companies aren't creating new jobs. And because of all the uncertainty and the
companies ain't creating new jobs because they looking at y'all and they saying,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
that's it. What they're saying.
economy, people aren't leaving their jobs. So net, there's not a lot of jobs to go around. Listen, I graduated in the middle of a recession, and you could be like me and hide out in grad school and get a TA so the college will pay for it. You know, if I had to do it all over again, I might become a plumber. But in the meantime, don't lose your mojo.
You might become a plumber. Come on now, sweetie.
Shut up, bitch!
Stop lying.
Because
Stop
the world
lying.
needs you, and don't let AI write your resume.
All right, so the figure for unemployed graduates in that...
All right. I don't want to hear this guy talk no more. We're going to go ahead and switch on to the next video. But shout out to him. Shout out to this guy. What is your name again? Andy Thomas. Shout out to him for this video. Give him a round of applause. So that's the college graduates come out of graduation, and people are speaking on that situation that happening. So now you got college graduates who can't find entry levels, and even junior level jobs are being taken. So bachelor's or master's with no experience, waste of time. That's where we're at. And now you got debt. Now remember, student loan debt, now they're garnishing your wages. They're tacking interest on top of interest, and it's compounding. So now you are in a debt cycle with no job and with no way to pay it back. So they got you on that. They're looking at you like, you know what I mean? They like, yeah, you fell for the okie doke, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yep. We got our money. We got you in debt slavery, and ain't nothing you can do about it. You finna have to take this L, and we finna long stroke you. Daddy long stroke you. We finna get you. As a matter of fact,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
Yeah, I mean? Now we're going to go over and take a look at banks that are firing 200,000 workers are being fired or have gotten fired or whatever, or being put on fire. So finance bros, I guess they're saying they're catching wreck, but even banking is about to get a good shaking up in what's going on. But we're going to take a look at people here dealing with the firings from workers in banking and finance and see exactly what's going on. But before we do that, because you know your boy don't got YouTube Premium just yet, but we will have it here very soon. Let's go ahead and run this ad real quick, because I do not want the ad to mess up my show. Okay, ad over with. Cool, here we go.
I've been out for 2 years and I can't get a job.
I got fired from my job last Thursday. And let me tell you, it was the most overwhelming, peaceful experience that I have ever felt in my life.
When I tell you guys how screwed the job market is, let me just show you one of the biggest sectors.
She said peaceful experience I ever felt in my life. Hold on.
You lying ass bitch.
Yeah.
When I tell you guys,
so Wall Street expected to shed 200,000 jobs as AI erodes roles. Okay, cool. So DBS set to cut 4,000 temp jobs over 3 years due to AI CEO. Says. And then you got Wall Street expected to shed 200,000 jobs as AI erodes roles again. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and hear some more people talk about what is going on as far as these roles go and the situations that they're dealing with. So here we go. Finding the job.
check out some of these videos, guys.
I need y'all to be so real with me. Is it even possible to get jobs right now? It's been almost 4 months now. I'm rigorously applying to jobs. I am overqualified for half the jobs I'm applying for. And I'm not even getting emails back. I'm not even getting confirmation that these people have even looked at my resume. If you work in HR or you're in the hiring process at your job, please let us know in the comments what we can do or what you're looking for. I'm somebody who
Let me tell you what they're looking for, sweetie. They can't say it to you. But this is what they're looking for.
FYM. Fuck y'all y'all motherfuckers, you know?
Has a full-blown degree, several years of experience. I've been working in really high-value jobs since like 2018. Genuinely feels like if you're applying for jobs, you're basically just applying to win the lottery. It's so defeating. It feels like you're constantly being told that you're not good enough. And there's never a conversation about what made you not a fit for the role. Instead, it's just AI-generated emails that probably hundreds of people are receiving. I used to think that the only way to get jobs was to have connections and know people who already work at the jobs you're applying for, but even that is not true. Let me know if you have any advice, and I doubt this is the last I'll be talking about this, so follow for more.
About a year ago, I posted a video saying I don't know if I'm ever going to find a job again because I had been looking for so long and no one had given me anything. This is what has happened since I posted that video. 2 months after I posted that video, I got a job offer. 20 hours a week, $16 an hour. 5 months after I started that job, the entire company shut down. 2 months after that company shuts down, I get another job. I'm a dog walker. The most they can give me is about $300 of work per week. So I get another job. I am a petition circulator. I work 40 hours a week, $19 an hour. I'm great at it. This is amazing. I'm finally making a decent amount of money, and the Florida government passes a law that all but bans petition circulating. So now I am back to dog walking, which again pays about $300 a week. I have a bachelor's degree. I have 4 years of experience in mental health, 10 years of experience in childcare. I have experience in higher education, aquatics, food service. When I was in high school, I tutored refugees in English, and I speak French. And I do not believe that there is any job that I am above. I'm telling you, I got rejected by Taco Bell and Sam's Club. Where are my bootstraps? Because I would love to pull myself up by them.
I'm a college student and I can't find...
Okay, Jesus. Okay. Sorry, had somebody at the door, and it was my neighbor needed help with something, so I had to help him out with that real quick, and then the dog pissed in the house. So yeah, we just had to add extra effect behind the drama on top of the drama. Wasn't bad though. Neighbor's a cool person. He just needed help, some help with something, some furniture that he had, and yeah, went out there and helped him real quick, and then then came back in the house, and yeah, dog pissed on the floor. What do you do? Anyway, picking back up where we left off, let's go ahead and pick back up on this. I'm gonna have to edit that whole little part out before I actually publish this video. So if you watch this video back, it'll be edited out on YouTube. Other platforms, I'm probably not, because I'm just too lazy to deal with Kick, Twitch, and Rumble. But YouTube, that whole long part will be edited out. So anyway, let's continue. We were talking about the banks firing 200,000 workers, and we were looking at somebody who was going to tell us about their situation with jobs, trying to find jobs. So let's pick right up where we left off. We got this little thing right here. Let's see what she has to say, and hopefully ads don't hit me quickly.
Bills. I've been thinking of coffee shop.
And Taco Bell and Sam's Club. Where are my bootstraps? Because I would love to pull myself up by them.
I'm a college student and I can't find a job. I have applied to over 100 jobs. No one will call me back. No one will hire me. I've applied at coffee shops.
She's applied at over 100 jobs. 100. My brother called me today and he was mentioning something about jobs today, and I was like, say fam, you might want to just post up and chill, man. Don't make any crazy moves, bruh. He was a little heated when he spoke to me, and I was like, just sit put. Just sit put. But the way he was feeling, my brother was feeling, he was feeling like this about it. But at the moment at his job, he was heated, and he was feeling like this.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, And
I was like, look, I feel you, but you just need to just kind of like, you need to just simmer down, bruh. Like, now ain't the time. Your little bro here has been watching how the economy has been moving, and it ain't been good. It's been a whole lot of this going on. It's been like, it ain't looking good. So she just applied at 100 jobs and ain't got nothing. The last girl, I don't know what she said, because I kind of missed out on that part because I was dealing with the neighbor and stuff. But we're good. But yeah, so yeah, here we go.
Restaurants, office jobs, everywhere you can think of, I've applied. My tuition is really high right now, plus all my bills. I've been doing dog walking around the area. I made about $500 from that the 1 month, and then I also have the claim app. I can go on there and claim class action settlements. I think I made $2,000 from that the 1 month as well, which is really good, but it's not enough for all my bills. So I was wondering, where have you guys been applying at?
This is the only job market that I've
and where you can go to a town hall.
So let's just get this straight. She posted, she put her camera up, hit record, and just starts crying and talking. This type of stuff right here, I'm like, man, like really? And then you have to look back at it to make sure, you know, it was good, unless you just hit send. Like this shit, let me stop.
And not know that the hiring manager is leading the town hall.
Ah, they got me. I knew they were gonna get me. I'm probably gonna skip that girl because I don't like hearing people cry before when they post something. I think that's just so disingenuous to sit there and actually cry and record something and then post it after you watched it back and made sure it was good. Because you know, girls just don't up and post something. They have to make sure that it's good and make sure the lighting was good and make sure that, you know, it wasn't too bad. And, you know, I think that's just like trash. But anyway, we back. I skipped her. Here we go.
I don't know if there's anybody else who's been unemployed for a while who can relate to this, but I feel like since I've been unemployed, like my life has been on hold. And I don't mean it like just from like the standpoint of like financially, like, oh, I don't have a job, like I can't afford it. But I feel like I can't do anything until I get a job. Like I have so many like hobbies and things that I want to try, and I like tell myself like, oh, like once I get a job I can do it. Like it's almost like there's like this sense of guilt. Like I can't enjoy my life unless I have a job. And I know that that's not true. Like there's so many things like beyond working, and you can still like do your hobbies even if you're unemployed. But I just feel like I almost like can't enjoy my life until I get a job. Like I have to get a job in order to enjoy life. And I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like that.
It is really hard to find a job in Australia in 2025, and I cannot stress it enough. If you have no...
She's in Australia. We in Australia now. I'm assuming everybody else was in the States. Now she in Australia talking about that same problem that these other girls was having. Australia. And we know Europe ain't doing too shabby, but Australia. So this is a global phenomenon. But let's hear what she got to say all the way from Australia. And I think Australia are the chicks that say yes and nar. Boy, I'm gonna get me a nar chick one day. I don't know why I think that's so sexy. I don't know why.
Experience in anything, nothing to show on your CV. It's going to take you months to find a job. There are a lot of workshops in Australia that people go to try and find a job, but realistically, you need to have something to show on your CV. There's no point going to a workshop, but then you have nothing to show to any employer. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to do things before you come to Australia now in 2025, because it's too hard to start from scratch here, and there is too much competition. There is work in manual jobs because that's usually what Australians don't want to do, meaning there's a skill shortage, meaning there's jobs there. So if you're able to get some experience back home, even if it's a couple of nights a week, in anything, waitressing, dish pit, whatever you can think of that is manual, try and do it, because then you can show to an employer that you already know what you're doing and they don't have to train you. You are going to beat competition. It's just really good to have some...
That's exactly what I was saying earlier. Like you need the experience before you need experience more than you need the degree at this point. Like they're like, you got experience, no degree, and they looking at you like they like, you have a degree? Like, yeah, I have a degree. You got any experience? No. They like, well,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
That's really how it is nowadays.
Sort of skills when you come here, because that means you'll be able to make income straight away, pay your rent. You know, it can be very stressful when you're having to pay bills and you can't find any work.
If you have multiple college degrees and you're applying and no one will hire you, and you get to an interview and no one will hire you, you're not crazy. It's because of your college degrees. You don't have to believe me. You can test this. Go to your resume, backspace, until your college degree is no longer on there, take it off your LinkedIn, remove your graduation year, and apply again, and tell me if you don't see a difference.
Hey, I believe her. And I believe her because if you have a college degree, you expect more pay. You're probably going to expect more money. And if you don't have a degree, you're not going to expect much as a person who graduated college with a master's or a bachelor's. So I believe her on that one. That one makes sense.
You're not crazy. They are, in fact, not hiring you because you have a college degree. And not to say I told you so, but I did. Literally 3 years ago, last year, I said, college graduates, they're going to go around you. The businesses, the companies, they're going to go around you because your degrees are not just worthless. They're actively, negatively impacting you. All they do is make you believe. They create the expectation that you will make more than you actually will with no real skills. Because college doesn't teach you real skills, and there's no set criteria of skills that that employers know that you are going to get if you come with a college degree. There's just not. You have a college degree from some minor state university, you have a college degree from a community college, you have a college degree from Harvard. There's no set level of skills. They have no idea what that means. They have no idea. Tell me what set of skills is universal among those people. It means nothing. It means nothing. All it means to them is that, one, you are going to turn over faster, because statistically you do. Degree people turn over 39% less. 39% less. That's really attractive to employers because hiring and churn is really expensive. There's been a study done that shows that especially new college graduates come in and they think that they're smarter than everyone else. And shocker, people don't like to work with people like that. The other thing is that you, and this is not really your fault, but you have inherited a terrible economy and you need to make more money. And you also now have to service this ridiculous debt burden because college tuition doubles every 9 years. And because of that, you are going to be extremely dissatisfied when you take a job that you don't think is paying you what you're worth, but you're not really worth that. The college just told you that you were because you were spending money at the college. So take it off.
She is cooking with hot grease right now, bruh. She's cooking with, ma'am, Miss Redhead, which, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to give you a round of applause. Keep cooking. Let me let you finish.
Remove your graduation year so they don't bias it out. And tell me if that doesn't make a difference. It will.
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari.
She came with the thunder and lightning, hellfire and brimstone on those, and she said exactly what I said. Yep, they're going around you with the college degree, and on top of that, you expect more money because you believe you're supposed to get more money because of your degree. So, I mean, she hitting nail on the head on the hammer, especially with the economy that we're in. A business is made for the purpose to make a profit. And if they are having issues turning a profit because people are getting paid too much or they're paying somebody too much or the economy's in the dire strait that it's in now, like they have to do what they have to do. They have to cut workers back, do layoffs, like all this stuff has to happen. So they got to save themselves. They can't, the company itself can't rob Peter to pay Paul, and you being Paul, who is Peter they robbing? You know what I mean? Like they can't do that. So they got to make some cuts, and trying to hire you because of your bachelor's or master's degree with no experience, and you have a 39%, according to her, what she said, there's a 39% chance that you're going to turn over, and it's more expensive to deal with somebody when you hire and fire them. So they're like, they're digging themselves a hole. So it's just like, go get the 9-degree people. Statistically speaking, allegedly from what she said, there's a 39% chance that they're going to stay. So why not take the chance on them? And it's less pay. So it's like a no-brainer. You know what I mean? It only makes sense. But let's continue. We have another video. Let's continue. This is almost done. Let's go. Here we go. Whoops. Here we go.
Well, friends.
Uh-oh.
The update has arrived. I said fuck that job. Well, actually, they fired me. And you don't want to know why they fired me?
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Groovy Nightclub Drama, Miss Wayman Harrington.
Yoo-hoo, Wayman! Hey, Bernard! They claimed that I wasn't grasping onto the job. The first 2 days of the job, when I was getting trained, I wanted everything perfect. I wanted to make sure I did it right. All that. Or they told me, don't worry about it. It takes people months to learn this job. Just focus on...
Bro, this fool lips is smacking on a donut. I can't listen to this no more. I can't do it, bro. Like, straight up. I mean, like, come on, bro. We all understand, but quit smacking your lips, bro. Like, come on, fam. Stop it. Quit. You're eating a donut and you're smacking your lips. Like, we get it.
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Groovy Nightclub Drama,
we're happy for you.
Wayman Harrington.
No, we have to get him up out of here. There we go. All right.
It's time to get to work.
Oof. Today's been a rough day. So if you had a rough day, I stand with you. I have been unemployed since the beginning of the year, and I have probably applied for I'm not even kidding, at least 500 jobs. The amount of applying and just working so hard just to get a rejection has just been so debilitating. And as someone who built a career, it's you're what am I doing wrong? What is happening? But the market is just so tough right now, and it's pretty tough to stay positive. I work in marketing. I absolutely love it. I built a career in it, and specifically an influencer and social have I been the most involved the last few years. I picked up a UGC role for a company. I'll actually be posting for it on here, which I'm excited to do in the next few weeks. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna lean more into posting on here, because I'm I don't know what else to do. I'm just I feel I'm working so hard and I'm not getting any results. So maybe I gotta lean more into this. Anyway, if you're struggling, then know that you're not alone. Love y'all.
Okay, so 118 people joined Rise in June. That's 118 people that are unemployed or struggling to find their professional footing that joined Rise, which makes me happy and sad at the same time.
118 people that joined Rise. Isn't Rise a dating app? I believe Rise is a dating app where you find the rich men. So y'all out here selling that. Hold on. Let me let her talk before I make assumptions. Hold on.
Okay, I'm happy they found me, but why are there so many talented people struggling to find work out there? And I know I share a lot about the story.
Do they not teach these kids about the economy in college at all? They just teach them how to go get this job. They don't teach them anything about an economy. They don't have a clue as to what's going on. And you don't even have to be an economist or anything. The social media tells you, but people, I guess they don't use social media to their benefit to learn about the world around them. They only learn about a bunch of nonsense. You know what I mean? They learn about, trends and entertainment. They don't pay attention to economic cycles that impact everything. Literally. They just oh, well, I'm just gonna get a job. And yeah, well, hey, women wanted to work. Here we are.
Stories and the emotional experience, but I started collecting data with every new member, and I'm going to start sharing the numbers behind it all so you get a better picture of what unemployment is really like. So a vast majority of our new members have between 10 and 20 years of work experience in the field that they want to work in. 89% are women. Let's go, girls. Okay. 51% have been unemployed for over 12 months. 11% have applied to over 1,000 jobs, okay? And while most of them are prioritizing spending on bills like rent, mortgage, utilities, all of the basic human needs, over half of our new members set aside a budget for mental health. So therapy, any kind of support.
Set aside a budget for mental health. Set aside a budget for mental health. You set aside a budget for mental health. Who?
Shut up, bitch! Shut up, bitch!
You set aside a budget for mental health. I don't have nothing to say, and you know what, it's the end of the video anyway, you know what I mean, so let me just give them a round of applause and shout out for this video. But I just can't believe that you built a budget for mental health. Set aside. Now, if you set aside a budget for mental health, you probably set aside a budget for mental health when you had a job. Don't you think that's one of the reasons why all these companies are saying
FYM, fuck y'all motherfuckers,
I'm just saying, because who want to go to work and hear about your mental health, bro? I'm sorry. Nobody wants to hear about it. Everybody going through something, and if you need help, go get the help you need. I'm not knocking you, but a budget for your mental health, and I guess I see it differently. If I'm gonna budget for my mental health, that's gonna be in the form of a gym membership. That's gonna be in the form of a vacation. that's gonna be in the form of like getting a massage or something like that. I hope she's not talking about like therapy, because if you go to therapy 20 times out of 20, you getting diagnosed with your insurance, and then you getting drugged up because they're going to give you free drugs because they're your legal drug dealer. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. You're going to get drugs from your therapist, and now you're going to walk around this joint high all the time on pills. Legally high. So you can go take a piss test at your next job, be dirty, and be like, well, got the script, and they're going to have to hire you. With dirty piss and all. But somebody who got some, Mary Jane in their system can't get the job because they smoke. I'm not saying that you should be able to smoke and stuff and work, but it's not, I don't think it's right to be under the influence of a therapist prescribed drug and work high. I just don't agree with that. That doesn't make any sense to me. And, but to set aside a budget for your mental health, I mean, good Lord. I need to find a sound, but you know what? I should have thought about this already. You set aside a budget for your mental health. Exactly. Like, come on, fam. Don't do that. Don't set aside a budget for your mental health. Let it be. Go exert some energy physically. Go do something exertion. Go cook. Go lift weights at the gym. Hell, have a baby. I'm just saying, I don't know. But if the job is making you have to set aside a budget for mental health, I don't know, bro. That's all I got for that one. I mean, that's really all I got. But we're going to go to the next one real quick. So this one right here, this next video, this is talking about IBM. IBM starts mass layoffs. So 170,000 tech workers are getting the business. Bruh. Yeah, 170,000 tech workers are getting. So 200,000 in banking, 170,000 in tech. Bruh. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. So we're going to see exactly what's going on with these people over here and see how the tech industry is doing, because the tech is getting that work as well. And of course, over on the tech side, just like the banking side, the companies are looking at you saying,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
So let's see how this goes. But before we do, I got to go ahead and run that ad back, because I don't want them to hit an ad in the middle of it. But just think about that, because I did a video previously a few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago at this point, maybe it was last week, where we looked at the layoffs from UPS. They're paying UPS workers to lay them off. UPS, they're paying them. What the hell happened to my thing? Is it still here? Yeah, there it is. They're paying UPS workers to buy them out. They don't, because they're trying to get rid of UPS workers, and a lot of them were fighting it. So UPS, the union people, they're getting laid off. Bankers, tech people. We just heard entry-level jobs and junior-level jobs being AI and automated. So, I mean, you're going to have to find something to do or figure out how to find your purpose, because once that's taken away from people, that's going to be a hell of a problem that nobody has been prepared to answer or deal with. And the last thing people want to do is start a family or be a family altogether. Nobody wants to, shack up and become a family. So that's just where we're at, and that's what we're going to do. So let's see what these people have to deal with right here. So we're going to check this one out and see 170,000 tech workers being laid off. So let me get this going, and here we go. Let's check this out.
With a random email from somebody I don't know in HR. I've been with my company Amazon for almost 14 years. It's my only adult real job I've ever had, various roles. And I'm posting this because I know this has happened to a lot of people over the last 5 years, and I have never been laid off before. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Obviously, I have to apply for jobs, but the job market is atrocious. I think we all know that. I don't know if anybody has any advice or words of how you got through it, or any leads on remote jobs or jobs in the Tampa Bay area. Please comment below. Thanks.
I got laid off today after 10 years at the most amazing company. I didn't think it would happen, but I kind of thought it would happen at some point. I got the email. Your role has been impacted. And today, let me tell you, has been a whirlwind of emotion. And I think that a lot of people, when they get laid off, they're sad, they're angry, it is what it is. To me, this is just another sign that God has always had my back and that there are more blessings coming. And I wasn't even gonna post this because like there's a lot of haters out there I need to put my evil eye on.
The modern workplace has a villain, and it claims to have...
What is she talking about? Putting the evil eye on? This lady's a witch. That's all that is. She a straight witch. You know what I mean? Like putting the evil eye on. You know when I hear the evil eye, the first thing I think when I hear people putting evil eye on people is this right here. That's what that is. Yep. Chill out, witch lady. Stop it. Let me go ahead and pull this back up for us and let's continue with this video. But yeah, here we go.
But like, I'm just so thankful. So if I've ever worked with you or this comes across your page and you were my client at one point, thank you. Drop in the comments a memory of working with me. And if you know of anyone that's hiring, holler at your girl. I think I'm gonna document this journey. Okay, love y'all.
Coming on here to complain for a second. I was laid off 2 months ago from a tech sales job. I feel like I've been laid off a million times. I've been applying to jobs, been getting a couple interviews here and there. Just the job market is such shit right now that the jobs that I am getting interviews for, like in all honesty, I'm just not all that jazzed about. And I'm really looking for a job where I can like actually stay somewhere for many years because finding a job is such a drag. So I'm trying to balance this, like, I don't want to take a job that I'm not really that pumped about, but also I need a job so I can't be that picky in a really tough job market. On top of that, we're going into the holidays, so there's so many people that have just like paused hiring until after the first of the year. And I'm just exhausted by this whole thing. Like, because I've been in the tech industry now for like basically my whole career, I've been laid off multiple times. And because I've been laid off multiple times, I've interviewed a million times. I've leveraged connections that I have. I've leveraged my network. And it's just, here we are again. Like, when is it gonna end? And I feel like the universe is being like,
it's not gonna end. This is the world we're rolling into with AI. And again, these jobs, they're all saying the same thing.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
That's where we're at.
Emily, time to make a pivot, right? Like, you've been laid off multiple times in the tech industry. Maybe it's time to find something else. But the problem with that is now I'm like 7 or 8 years into my career. And if I look into a different industry or, you know, a different job altogether, I'm going to take a massive hit in how much money I'm making. Can someone just give me money?
Even asking.
I mean, how you asking for money in a market where everybody's having a hard time trying to find jobs? Make that make sense. Think about what you're saying. I understand you're stressing, but think about what you're saying.
Shut up, bitch!
Like, you can't ask for money in a job market where everybody's asking for jobs. You can't ask for money. It doesn't work that way. For people who do have money, they finna tighten up. And for the rich people, well, rich people don't care about nobody else. Rich people who are already making a buttload of money on top of, because remember, in a recession, rich people get more wealthy and poor people get more poor. So the rich people are looking at, you know, people who are struggling like,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
That's how they looking. And, you know, you over here with your handout saying, give me money. But, I mean, so far, we haven't seen too many dudes complain on here. I mean, it's just mainly a lot of women. We see more women complaining than dudes. Dudes kind of, you know, we put our heads down and try to figure something out. Like, hey, we gotta make something shake. Something's gonna happen. We finna make it. We finna make it do what it do. And if you're talking about just giving me money, I mean, at the end of the day, somebody gonna give you money. They gonna want something else. You know what I mean? They gonna want something if they don't give you money. So, you know, OnlyFans is up for sale. So, you know, that's probably gonna be an avenue. And, you know, if the 304s are out here still making more money outside of your job market and they the ones banking it in, women are going to see that as a viable option and go into survival mode and probably tie into that side of work. And then men are going to struggle on the other side too. So both sides are going to have a huge issue and it's not going to look good. It's going to look bad on both sides. It's just not going to be a good situation. So yeah, we're here. And again, the Bible has withstood the test of time.
Looking for, and also like chill. Okay,
This first job I pull up, first thing it says is that you are restless and relentless. Yes, bitch, I'm restless. I have ADHD. Is that what we're talking about? What do you mean? Okay, I keep scrolling. You are a left and right brain thinker, and you can seamlessly shift between the two. I don't think I understand what they're getting at with that one. You are engaging and know how to command a room. I mean, okay, sure, I can do that. You can manage multiple competing priorities. Okay, that just means that I'm gonna have a lot of my plate with little support. Cool, cool, cool. And lastly, you have a can-do attitude. You know what that tells me? That they're wanting someone to come in and they'll say, do this, you say, can do. They say, oh, wait, also this. Oh, and that, can do. Fuck you. Well, I never thought.
It doesn't matter where you go, you're gonna run into, honestly, at the end of the day, as a collective, if people could come and use their brains collectively and learn how to serve each other and help each other, it would be a different world. But if people can't serve and help each other, then it's gonna be a huge pool of a lot of low frequency people thinking on survival mode. That's what's happening. A lot of people collectively, energy, mentally wise, are all thinking on a survival mode. So the rich people are up high, not thinking in survival mode. The low people, the poor people, are thinking in survival mode. So the money is gonna flow where the survival mode is not at. You know what I mean? And to get out of survival mode, it's gonna require a lot. You know what I mean? It's gonna require I can't even explain. I mean, honestly, it's just gonna require family. I think family will be your best bet of getting out of survival mode. But families get destroyed. People don't want to be in families. People don't want to be in slavery. People don't want to be, dealing with the family all the time because they feel like there's some kind of slavery to the other person. And I don't have to go down that rabbit hole because you understand on social media how people hate being in a family. They rather destroy the family and focus on their own well-being. So we're going to be in a perpetual state of survival mode. If you're poor, you're going to be in a perpetual state of survival mode. And it's just like, if you can't think your way out of it or come with a plan and head the direction and get yourself out of survival mode and degeneracy, you're stuck. You're stuck. And that's just how it's going to constantly go.
I'd be making this video, but I just got laid off today. And I'm really freaking sad about it because I just started this job 3 freaking months ago. I literally just got out of training and the whole company was basically let go. So I'm feeling pretty bummed. I've never been laid off before. This is like the first time it's ever happened. And I can tell you, it definitely feels like shit. So it was crazy how they did it too. Like usually we have a all hands on Friday where they just talk about the company and updates and everything like that. And they canceled it last week because they said they wanted to be able to share Q3 updates with us and they weren't ready for that yet. So they moved it to today. And I kind of woke up with this like gut feeling that something was off because I don't know why. I just woke up kind of feeling like a little weird. And then in the morning, I usually have my one-on-one with my boss, like early, like at 10 a.m. And I noticed that she moved it to later in the day. And then she hadn't updated like our agenda, like our one-on-one agenda. So I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like usually she updates it like first thing on Monday morning. But she was like, I need to eat lunch or something before our all hands. And
no, she didn't say she needed to eat lunch. This is what she was trying to say to y'all, but she couldn't say it to your face.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers,
And yeah, so I get on the all hands and it was so weird. Like the CEO gets on the call and he just starts talking about like how he had to make this very difficult decision because they're going to restructure the whole entire company. And the only way that they'll be able to succeed is if they do this, like really minimize the amount of people at the company, which is like now literally like, I think 5, 10 maybe people. And he just goes on and he's just talking and I'm like, okay, does that mean everybody's laid off? Because he mentioned, he's like, some of you all, your last day will be today. And then others, your employment will be extended to help us make this transition. So I'm literally like, at first I wasn't sure if my role was impacted. And then yeah, he just kept talking. And then finally he's like, if you get an email in your personal email, that means you're laid off effective immediately. And if you receive an email in your work email, that means that you're staying.
Shut
so
up, bitch!
I didn't get anything for like, well, first, let me go back to how the meeting ended.
Okay, she can't tell a story straight, so we're gonna skip over her because this one
Imagine
is
being able
super
to build-
long-winded. My goodness, I mean, just tell the story and get it over with. My gosh. So basically, she got fired in a nutshell. They prolonged it. They stretched it out, and she ended up getting fired in the end. And I'm still fast forwarding through her. Jesus, about time. And we got a dude this time. All right, cool. Let's hear what this dude is talking about. Let's see what he has to say. Finally, we got a dude on the screen. Here we go.
One reason I think new grads struggle when it comes time to get a job is that the tactics that were successful when you were applying for college or internships are exactly the opposite of the tactics that are going to be most effective in getting you a full-time job. The reason for this is when you're applying to college, when you're applying to internships, it really is in your best interest to think critically about where the best matches are, rule down to a smaller list of options, and spend a lot of time in crafting a really high quality application, edit your essays, lots of feedback. When you're applying to full-time jobs, they don't have the same hands-on approach. No one is reading your cover letters in most cases. Even stuff like reaching out to the hiring manager that a lot of people recommend. I'm not saying it's worthless, but you just need to be applying to a lot of jobs until your resume gets through. That's how it is. You might think, okay, I've been successful until this point and I should continue working with the same strategy. I should continue creating these really high-quality applications, but that's just not how it works. The good news is, compared to internships, there's just far more full-time jobs available. You will have a really good chance of getting a full-time job, but you can't be applying to 10 jobs every 6 months. You need to be applying to a minimum of 10 jobs per week, and frankly, that is on the low end for someone who's new grad. If you're more experienced, that can work if your response rate is higher. A new grad probably needs to be applying to at least 100 jobs a week.
2025, I'm gonna need a refund because this year sucks already. I just got laid off for basically the second time back to back.
And you notice nobody has had one thought of coming together and like collectively, helping each other. Everybody's like, I'm just going to go out there and try again and try for another job with these corporations that keep running us in the ground. Like nobody's had like a collective thought to like put your brains together and try to come up or create or do something as a community. That's not what that's not what's on anybody's mind. I haven't heard anybody think to like use your skills that you've learned and create something collectively with a group of 5 or 10 people in a community mindset. It doesn't seem like this on the agenda. Like, well, I'm just gonna keep putting in jobs and try to figure out something. And I get it. I understand because bills don't stop coming. I get that. But nobody's thought about that. Nobody's, they turned everybody into college to, jobbers. Everybody goes into college and they come out with a job mentality, not a business mentality. So nobody's thinking to put ourselves together and let's work collectively. I mean, the only people who seem to put themselves together, work collectively, would be the rich people and the prawn stars. They seem to like work collectively together. And I mean, that's really about it as far as this goes. Anybody who has a family, like a family unit, a family structure, families put themselves together, and like how Indian people do. Like Indians are very family oriented. They have like the lowest divorce rate statistics out of everybody. So Indians, you'll see the whole family be together still. And like the Mexican people, they'll still live together, but they take their money and send it back home, which is still a good idea. But right now Trump ain't having that nonsense. But nobody's been thinking about putting a community of people together. That's not on nobody's thoughts. That's not on nobody's mind. And it's going to be challenging.
If you didn't know, I worked at Twitter and I got laid off when Elon Musk acquired the company. Since then, I've been working at a content strategy agency type place as a director of strategy, and I just got laid off yesterday. It's surreal because I definitely didn't want to go through another layoff. Being laid off the first time was one of the most traumatic events that have ever happened to me, especially because it happened so publicly. This time was obviously a little bit different, but the company lost some clients, and now here I am without a job.
Why? Yeah, the company's lost some clients. They basically trimmed the fat in the business, and now they're taking off the profits off the top, and only the people at the top are going to survive. That's what they're doing. There's really nothing else to explain. The business is supposed to make profits. AI is a cheaper, viable option, which makes more sense financially, and the cost of living is more expensive, so that's another thing that you're going to add on top of this as well. So I mean, from a business standpoint, it seems it makes sense, but from a jobber standpoint, it's cutthroat. So yeah. And lately, the past 10 years, job people have been flourishing. People were bouncing job to job to job to job. The technology the past 10 years is going crazy. All technology stuff was doing great. OnlyFans was going great. Degeneracy was going great. Getting flued out was doing great. Tech companies was doing great. Stock market was doing great. Like, everything was good. But it's just like the 1920s, the roaring 20s. Everybody was living high on the hog, and nobody paid attention to the fall that was inevitably going to happen. Everybody thought it could never end. It was like this. It's the same concept. And also back in '08, when they said they kicked the can down the road by bailing the banks out, they said that we screwed over our future grandchildren. Like I said, here we are again, 20 years later. We're here. And we're looking at people who are future grandchildren who are getting screwed over royally. And now you go into a situation where you have jobs that need to be fulfilled. But unlike the Great Depression, which was brought out of because of World War II, it's not going to be brought out of with World War III if that happens. That's not going to happen because AI is taking everything and the competition is fierce. So this is going to be a very bad situation when people are not going to be able to find purpose in life. You don't find purpose in life. That's an issue that I personally can't even fathom. Like, how do you not have purpose in life? Like, you have to find something to strive for and to do and to pursue. Once you take that away, what do people do? You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Because you already rug pull people by convincing them to destroy their families. You know what I mean? Like, people are already like, I'm going to dedicate all my energy into a corporation. Screw my family. That's what people have been doing. Not all, but majority, like 7 out of 10 type stuff. So now, all your ducks were in one basket as far as pursuing this corporation, because the corporation was helping your family or broken family that you were trying to support. Now, like, what do? When your family should have been first. But, here we are. Let's continue. Oh, she's talking. Wait, hold on. Quit talking. Shut up. Slow down. Oh, whoa. There we go. Back her up.
To reevaluate my life choices at this point. I work in tech, and so I'm wondering if that's still what I should be doing.
I wonder what exactly do they do in tech? That's the curiosity, because this is just like the dot-com bubble. Remember dot-com bubble? Everybody was going crazy in the dot-com bubble because they just saw like anything .com was going to work out, but then it went to shambles. But then the next 20 years, like, it came back like crazy. So we're kind of dealing with that again now. And if you can start a business and run a business now through the hardest times, and still struggle and strive and survive during these tough times, when things get better, you already made it through the hardest part. You just got to be able to survive this horrible dark area we're about to go through. If you can make it, if you can come with a plan, figure it out, stick to it, the hell with anybody says, and come out great on this end that we're going through, on this this bear market that we're going through. When things slowly start becoming bull market again, you're gonna flourish like nobody's ever seen.
It's hard to feel like secure in a job anymore. It feels like those days are over. So I don't know if I should be in tech anymore or working this corporate life. I love the security of having a stable job, but
what security? You're telling us about being laid off again. What security?
That hasn't been the case for quite some time for me, because it's just been so unstable in the industry. So I'm considering other options, obviously. I had a wild idea. I think somebody on TikTok said, hey, become an ultrasound tech. That takes like 2 years of schooling and then you're in. And I was like, Sounds good to me. But again, I also really enjoyed my job doing marketing, strategy, working in the digital space, working with tech. It is fast paced and it's very exciting.
Yeah, but the student loan debt thing, they are not playing with student loan debt. That's a $1.7 trillion market. Student loan debt is up $1.77 trillion. You think they finna let that money go? They're garnishing wages to get the money back. I've already did a video on that. They're garnishing wages to get the student loan money back. What is it? 90% of the student loans are federal. So if you die with student loans, your death certificate, it goes away. So what do they have to do? Because the other, what is it? The other 7.5 to 10% are private. So that makes up about $130 billion in student loan debt versus the other 90%. So then what do they have to do? If people are already hell-bent on not paying the student loan back, then what do they got to do? They have to garnish your wages to get as much money of it as they can before you die, because you did borrow it. It is theirs. You do owe it back. So going into another field that requires schooling, if you have to pay for it or you need a loan for it, is not going to be a good idea. But, you know, just depends on where you're at.
So I honestly don't know what to do. If you have any advice for me, I would love to friggin' hear it, because I'm swirling. This all happened yesterday. So I've been like waffling between panic applying to places and just rotting on the couch. Would love something more constructive to do with my time. But if you have any advice, any tips, any job leads or connections, please let me know. I'm in the Bay Area, remote work, anything. I want to be busy. I'm somebody who likes to do things. So this is my plea to you, TikTok. Thank you so much.
I work in tech and I'm on the hunt for a new job. So I'm going through LinkedIn, and some of the postings I'm seeing have me gobsmacked. This person has it right, okay? They're expecting us to surpass what a human...
Requirements: able to surpass human limits of productivity and pretend it's not soul crushing. That's what AI is for. Right there, what you just said. Bruh. Requirements: able to surpass human limits of productivity and pretend it's not soul crushing. Bruh. That's a job for AI. That's the purpose of AI. This right here, this is gold. This is pure gold. The requirements are able to surpass human limits of productivity and pretend it's not soul crushing. That is a job for AI. Bruh. I mean, that right there should tell you everything you need to know. That explains everything. So either you know how to use AI and leverage it, or you don't. That's it. That's the bottom line. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else. Sheesh, this is everything. This is everything.
can do, but here's what I found today. Let's take a moment. I'm excited about you because you're organized. You thrive in creating structure out of nothing. That sounds like a really fun time. You thrive in a diverse set of responsibilities. Okay, so you're gonna want me to do a million different things. Got it. You're analytical. You let data win arguments, but you're also persuasive. You speak as if you're right and listening as if you're wrong. Act with urgency. Speed excites you. You prefer an accomplishment today than an accomplishment tomorrow. Once again, you are relentless. What is it with these jobs asking us to be relentless? Like, why is that the new trending word? I don't get it. It's these type of job postings that make me feel like I need to be killing my... And my boss just sent a Zoom link out of nowhere. Here we go again.
Looking for...
She explained a role that's perfectly suited for artificial intelligence. That's what she just did. She probably don't notice it, but what she just explained, that's a perfect role for AI. That's what she explained. Like, she literally explained it. Relentless. You can get a lot of things done quickly, handle more of a workload. That's for AI. That's what that's for. So whoever can leverage AI, you're competing with AI for a job. There's no other way to explain it. If that's the requirements for the job, that suits AI. So they're trying to tell you. They're trying to tell you without telling you. Where is it at? They're trying to tell you without telling you.
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
That's what they saying. That's literally what these jobs are saying. I mean, there's no other way around it. You can't see it no other way. It is what it is.
Okay, listen up if you've been laid off from big tech over the past few months. That's a Google, Amazon, Meta, etc. You're probably feeling some type of way about this. I mean, layoffs suck for anyone, but I think in particular, if you're part of some of these giant megacorps, in FANG or whatever it's called now, Mama, I don't know, you probably have a piece of your personal identity and your ego tied to your job. We have put these companies on.
That is scary. Did you hear what she said? You have piece of your identity and ego tied to a job. Do you know how destructive that sounds? I don't mean, like, you cannot have that happening. Whew, a piece of your identity and ego is tied to a job. Oh my goodness.
He didn't say that. Tell me he didn't just say that.
I don't know. You probably have a piece of your personal identity and your ego tied to your job. We have put these companies on pedestals for way too long, and I really hope that in the wake of all these layoffs, that people start to reconsider working for companies like this.
It's too late. It's too late. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It's too late. The damage has already been done. When you put men and women in the workplace, and then you took the jobs from men, gave them to women, and then you took both families, both parents out of the home. One used to work while the other raised kids. Now you took them both out of the home. Now they're both working, and they're both working at a company, but the company now has two taxpayers. I mean, you probably heard this a million times. Now the government has two taxpayers instead of one, when in reality, you could have had one working, other one at home raising the kids, and with the way the world turned, the one that was at home raising the kid could have low-key, behind the scenes, been building up a business for the family that could help also with what the one that wasn't at home doing, and they could have came together and built a business of their own for the family. That's not how that went. Now, what you could have been doing is, as a family, y'all could have been competing against these companies, but instead you divorced off or split off and worked two jobs to help make the company even bigger, as opposed to creating a family name and a company for the family name. You destroyed the family and destroyed the family name. It's just like Gucci, Lamborghini, Prada. These are names, but people didn't want names. They wanted jobs. They didn't want to build their own company and build their own name. They wanted jobs. So now they both wouldn't. Now two people had jobs, two people paying taxes, and the kids is left in the shitter.
I think it's a really good lesson to be learned that we are all disposable. If you are working for a company, that means you are on the chopping block. It's just a job, and no job or company should ever define you.
So I have this friend that got laid off today from his tech job, and he was obviously understandably upset about this. He was like, I can't believe the company did this to me. I can't believe this happened. And here's what I told him. This is a baptism in working in tech, okay? You are not a true tech worker until you've been laid off at least once. It's to the point where if you haven't been laid off, I can't trust you, okay? And does this mean it's fun? No. Baptisms aren't fun. Have you seen the babies get baptized? They hate it. They're like, why are you doing this? What are you doing to me? Are you melting my head? That's what getting laid off is. It's just your entry into tech. It's a welcome to the suck, all right? So I know a lot of you are thinking, well, Mike, I've been laid off 3 or 4 times. Congrats, okay? You're one holy person. Like, every time that you get laid off, in that like severance conversation, you should be going, blessed. That's what you should be saying to your former employer.
Searching for a software engineering job.
You see his mindset? You see how he looks at it? You see how he looks at you see how he logically thought about that? It's like, this is part of the game. This is how this goes. You regroup, you keep going, you keep pushing. This shouldn't be your first or second time dealing with adversity. That's a part of life. Adversity is the blessing, because as long as you can keep pushing and keep going forward, that's the definition of faith. You know what I mean? Let's like keep pushing forward. Like, he understands it, he gets it. So let me give that man a round of applause. Shout out to him. All right, let's hear somebody who don't get it.
In this market has been an absolute ass. Software engineer for 4 years now, and I thought that would give me like at least some clout in the job market, which I will say it has been pretty easy for me to get interviews. I'm pretty good at networking and getting interviews, and I'll make a separate video on that. The biggest difference I see now versus the other past 2 times that I've job switched in tech is that this time around, everything is so competitive. So even if you get an interview, the caliber to which you need to perform in order to get the job is like so much higher. And companies know that they have the pick of the litter, and so they're just gonna hold out until like someone performs perfectly. Also, on top of that, when you're interviewing for these big tech companies that are also doing layoffs at the same time, you are also competing against these people that are already internally at the company that have been laid off and just looking for a new role within. And not to toot my own horn, but I think I interview pretty well. Like, of all the interviews I've ever done, like, I've never really fucked one up really bad. But the technical bar on the coding rounds is really high right now. Or maybe I'm just a big dummy. No, it is hard. And the other annoying part is that, like, if I answer the question with like 90% correct versus someone who's answering something 100% correct, there is really functionally no difference. There's like no indication that the person who answered 100% correct is going to be better on the job. Like, can't you just...
That's the exact concept of schooling. That's what you went to school to do. You're basically judging off of who tests better. You're going to go with the person that has the better grade. And yeah, I get it. That doesn't mean that they'll do better, but it's according to the grade on the paper, aren't you going to pick the person who had a better grade percentage if both of their credentials are the same? I mean, that's what I think.
Can't you just realize that I'm not stupid? And the other annoying part is that these leak code questions aren't even a good indicator of what...
Yeah, that's what happens when you depend on the corporations. They can do what they want. Shout out to them for this video. Yeah, I mean, when you give the corporations all the power and they're the ones who gets to supply the job for you, you're at their whims. You got to figure out how to, you know, make things work for yourself. You got to shuck and jive. You got to stick and move. You got to figure out how this thing works. And starting your own business is not going to be an easy task. You know, a lot of people who start businesses, people think that once you start it, it's supposed to work the first time. No, you're going to go through ups and downs, smiles and frowns. You're going to have to go through trenches and rough times and bad times. And, you know, are you still going to be able to push forward and do your business when things get hard and tough? Did you plan? Did you prepare correctly? Did you pick the right business to do? It's a whole lot that goes into it. But depending on the job, especially when there's economic cycle going around, and I mean, these things happen constantly. You just have to study them, because that's what it's based upon. That's what everything is based on, the economic cycle. Relationships are based on economic cycle, because people depend on if they need each other or not. It's based on the economic cycle. Just this time around, it's like the invention of the internet, boy, it put a huge wedge into it. And then what made it, in my opinion, what made it worse is allowing both people to work and get it. It's when both people, when the husband and the wife, male or female, are both out competing with each other for jobs. That's the screw up right there. Because like a lot of times men are not trying to compete with women for jobs, but women compete with men for jobs. So when that competition happens, there is no meeting of the minds. It's always like, you know, like there is just constant chaos and confusion and no order. There's no order, but eventually order will be formed out of the chaos, as we see. But taking both people out of the house, or not having one in the house and one out the house, and then the one could still be in the house utilizing the internet to help build an empire for the family, and the one out the house could be taking some of the bread to help fund the family business. But no, not so many people think like that. So now everybody's depending on the corporations, and like the corporation is now their god, and that's where you don't want to be. It's a place you don't want to be, but it's a place where a lot of people are, unfortunately. But shout out to them for expressing their grievances and how they feel. Shout out to them. Yeah, man. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now we got one more segment of the show. We got one video that we're going to watch. Not going to watch the whole thing. It's just a little bit of something we're going to look over. It's going to basically be the AI portion of the show. And you know what? Before we even talk into it, let's go ahead and hit that intro.
Welcome to the AI segment of the show. Enjoy.
Yes, sir. Shout out to her. I'm telling you, I'm going to clone her. You're going to see me, you're going to see on my arm. Yeah. Not clone her, but she's going to be my AI version of subservience, you know, like Megan Good was. Or is it? No, Megan Fox. Yeah, she's going to be my subservience. I'm just going to have to like make sure the off switch works, because you know that didn't end too well. But here we go. We're gonna go to the next portion of the show. Let me switch off this banner and get the AI portion. There we go, going on. Now we're gonna look at these Elon Musk robots. We're gonna check out these robots. They're the Gen V3 versions that are coming out. We're gonna see how advanced they have gotten and what they're gonna be able to do in the future as far as being implemented and let out into the wild. And they say within 3 to 5 years we will be having robots on the streets. He had a robot that was handing out popcorn. So movie theater jobs, you're at the chopping block. Pretty soon they're going to be flipping burgers, and they're going to be at fast food restaurants. And they're going to be in the house doing all the quote unquote women work, or labor, manual labor that women call it. They're going to be vacuuming and cleaning the house and doing all those things. And Sam Altman said him and his rich tech buddies, they're on a mission to figure out who can run the first one-man billionaire company, which that's what they're in the works for. But right now we're going to look at the robots that Elon has, and we're going to see exactly how these robots are going to be implemented in our day-to-day lives, and how they're going to be taking over the jobs that our day-to-day lives are supposed to be having, which is another, you know, sad thing. But without further ado, we're going to have to you already know. We got to hit the refresh button because we don't want no ad to pop up. But yeah, and Elon and them, they're already for sure knowing it's going to happen. And I'm pretty sure they already got robots roaming through their house left and right. I know I would if I was them. I would have had robots like 3-4 years ago. I mean, my robots would have been way advanced. Screw y'all. But yeah, but with that being said, we're going to see exactly how these things look. And I'm pretty curious as to how fast and how far we're going, and take it with a grain of salt, because some of this stuff that we look at could just be AI altered images. It might not be 100% true, so you got to be able to kind of decipher or discern what's real and what's not. So we're gonna have to see. But dang, these ads are taking forever. I don't know what's going on. Why they take us long with these ads, yo? Oh, I know why. Because they want me to buy that YouTube Premium. That's what it is. They're trying to stall me out. They're trying to stall me out. But guess what? We here. So here we go. We're going to check this video out. We're going to look at this and see exactly what's going on, and see exactly how Elon Musk reveals the Tesla bot Gen V3 versions, and see that it says it's boosted 90% task with the latest design. So we're going to see how this looks and what's going on. Buddy's already chunking up the deuces. So let's see how this goes.
About the approach Tesla used to build this incredible humanoid robot prototype. In today's episode, we're diving into the 6 core elements that make Tesla Optimus incredibly useful for your life this year. But before we begin, please help us reach 13,000 subscribers. It will be a huge motivation for us to continue bringing. How can Tesla Optimus distinguish between different people in a family? Based on the latest demonstrations, technical updates, and AI architecture analysis from Tesla, This humanoid robot is designed with the ability to distinguish between different individuals in a household. This aligns with Tesla's goal of creating a versatile robot for both home and office environments. Optimus can differentiate between individuals primarily through advanced computer vision and integrated sensing. It identifies family members by building profiles based on visual cues such as facial features, body language, and movement patterns. This allows to tailor.
Oh, I can't say your name. Ophi Chuas. I can't say your name. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you Chuas. Ophi. I'm gonna call you Ophi. Ophi, I agree. I think right now they're starting these robots out of like $20,000 or $30,000 right now. So yeah, I mean they're trying to put them in everybody's house. So I don't know how that's gonna work or how expensive they're trying to make them. And maybe you're gonna have different versions because they're gonna get updated like every single 1, 2, 3, 5 years or something like that. But as far as expensive goes, I think they'll get cheaper as time goes on. I think in the future they'll be cheaper. I think they'll be the most expensive now, and the more that they implement, the more as time goes on, and the more that they put out, I believe that they'll be cheaper in the future. I think it'll be the other way around. I think right now they'll be the most expensive because that's how you can create that gap as far as people being able to use them early, because only the rich should be able to afford them early, and then as they go on and on and on and on and on. I think they'll be cheaper to deal with, but by that time, the rich people have already mastered how to deal with them, while the poor people are not really able to, just now grasp on how they function.
Its behavior to eat.
Reminds me of Detroit, Become Human. That game, yeah, good call. That's that game, right? I think that it's that movie type game where you make decisions along the way. I think that's what you're talking about.
Each specific user. For example, recognizing who is speaking or gesturing in a multi-person setting. Currently, Optimus uses a 3D camera system similar to Tesla's full self-driving system to process real-time visual data.
Now, imagine a bunch of these walking around with cameras all over them. Boy, this world is going to be full of cameras. This world's going to be nothing but walking cameras all day long, 24/7. So we already got cameras on street lights. We already got cameras on cars. We already got cameras wherever you can think of. Now they're going to have walking cameras on people.
These cameras feed
robots, not people, but you get what I'm saying.
Into a neural network that performs object and human recognition through deep learning algorithms. This is combined with sensor fusion, which integrates data from vision, sound, and even tactile force sensors to build contextual awareness of its surroundings. For example, in various demos, Optimus responds to specific human gestures or voice commands in crowded environments, suggesting it can isolate and identify individuals. Reinforcement learning further refines this capability by incorporating human feedback to improve accuracy over time. And the large AI model helped decode subtle cues like facial expressions or posture, enabling personalized interactions in shared spaces. The robot uses an end-to-end neural network trained on massive datasets, including first-person human perspective videos and increasingly third-person internet videos for deeper learning. This allows it to bootstrap new skills rapidly. In addition, Tesla Optimus can build a comprehensive understanding of its surroundings by utilizing shared 3D home scans and user behavior profiles, such as habits and preferences, stored in the cloud for future recall. Natural language commands trigger these contextual adjustments with all.
So it can get data from all sorts of different kind of camera angles that have been taken. So whether it came from a phone or another robot, it can use that data to basically enhance itself or to get a better understanding or memory of how things are going. To basically upgrade its understanding, it can use the data center from the internet of different camera angles, whether it's point of view cameras or people holding cameras or cameras on a car or cameras. It's utilizing all that information to be able to move around and function better in society. I get these things by 2030. It's a wrap.
Tasks processed by a single multitask neural network embedded within the robot's hardware. Elon Musk has described this type of AI as having the potential to become a friend who truly understands you, hinting at a profound level of personalization. Custom mechanical structure and actuator. When it comes to building a humanoid robot like Tesla Optimus, the first core factor to consider is muscular strength, also known as the actuation system. A humanoid robot is designed to perform a wide range of physical tasks, from factory labor to everyday household assistance, requiring precise, efficient, and durable movement capabilities. Actuators serve as the robot's muscles, functioning like high-torque motors that determine whether Optimus can lift heavy objects, move smoothly, or carry out delicate manipulations. According to Tesla's updates through 2025, the core development of Optimus focuses not only on artificial intelligence, but also emphasizes a robust mechanical structure and custom-designed actuators. This gives the robot a significant edge over commercially available alternatives. The mechanical structure of Tesla Optimus is designed in a humanoid configuration to optimize flexibility and adaptability within human environments.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Ophi. The bulky movements, true, but this is just the beginning, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is just the beginning phase. This is the beginning. I say give it 5 years. That stuff is going to that's gonna improve dramatically. Is what I'm trying to say. This is the first one that we're getting rolled out. I think it's gonna move exponentially faster when time goes on. By the time goes on, because I mean it's already doing these things now. So within 3 to 5 years, and it's using the database of like the cloud and everything else. And these fools are trying to build data centers. Like Sam Altman's trying to build a data center the size of freaking Manhattan that requires 2 times the power of Manhattan. Not saying he's going to be successful at it, but that's a hell of a lot of dreams and aspirations to have. If you thinking that, then that's a possibility on your to-do list. And that's a lot of data for these things to, use from. And they all work together, Elon or Tesla, Open AI, Palantir, like all these guys work together. They're all working together. So these things are gonna like improve dramatically fast.
Optimus features between 28 and 40 degrees of freedom, enabling it to perform complex movements such as walking, bending, grasping objects.
And some of these videos probably are AI, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. Some of them might be AI, so we don't know what's true. We don't know what's true videos when it comes to these Tesla bots, which, like I said, some could be not real videos. It could just be AI videos just trying to, enhance their product.
Play-like motions. Its skeletal frame is built from lightweight alloys, combining carbon fiber and high-grade plastics to reduce overall weight while maintaining structural strength, allowing the robot to handle heavy-duty tasks more effectively. For example, Optimus's arms utilize a sophisticated joint system with trapezoidal screws making up 23% of the linear joint assemblies, reducing friction and increasing precision. This design is heavily inspired by the human body.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I mean, do you think they care about clean energy? Or do you think they care about profits? That's the real question.
Shoulder, elbow, and hip joints engineered to mimic natural movement, enabling speeds of up to 5 miles per hour in Gen 3. However, the biggest challenge lies in balancing rigidity and flexibility. The frame must be strong enough to withstand impacts without significantly increasing power consumption. Tesla has addressed this.
That was quite impressive. Hey, he actually caught his footing. That was pretty impressive.
Strong enough to withstand impacts without significantly increasing power consumption. Tesla has addressed this by integrating force sensors into each joint, allowing the robot to adjust its posture in real time, helping it avoid injury or mechanical failure during tasks. Moving on to the custom actuators, a key factor that sets Optimus apart. Tesla recognized early on that off-the-shelf actuators could not meet the strict requirements of strength, compactness, precision, and energy efficiency all at once. Standard actuators are often too bulky, power-hungry, or lack the finesse needed for delicate tasks like folding laundry or stirring food. As a result, beginning with early experiments in 2021, Tesla's engineering team chose to develop an in-house portfolio of custom actuators, including 3 rotary types and 3 linear types. These actuators were designed from the ground up.
We hope he does. I mean, we hope he does. He may say he does, but then remember, there's other people building AI bots as well. So it's not just him. We're just looking at Tesla. This is the only one we're looking at. There's a bunch of other companies making these as well. So he might, but who's to say the other people care? You know what I mean? So I mean, I really, at the end of the day, only time will tell. Because words say one thing, but within 5 years, we'll see what the actions actually produced, and we'll know for sure if they cared or not.
Incorporating planetary gear systems to boost torque while minimizing size, integrated smart electronics for precise control, and mechanical clutches to protect against overload. The design process began with 3D modeling, followed by prototyping and iterative testing using data from AI training systems. This allowed Tesla to optimize energy performance, bringing consumption down to around 100 watt-hours for a full day of operation. The combination of a purpose-built mechanical structure and custom actuators not only solves key technical challenges, but also unlocks major economic potential. With plans to produce thousands of Optimus units by 2026, Tesla is targeting factory deployment first, followed by the consumer market, with a projected price of around $20,000. What are these 7 core systems, and how will they enhance the capabilities of Tesla Optimus? Human-inspired mechanical design, or simply put, mechanical design modeled after the human body, forms the foundation of a humanoid robot. Essentially, this robot is structured like the human body, with 2 legs, 2 arms, a torso, and a head. Each limb is composed of joints powered by actuators, which are strong motors that enable the robot to move, bend, jump, run, and interact with objects. To facilitate understanding, the mechanical design can be divided into 3 subsystems. The first subsystem is the bipedal locomotion mechanism. In simpler terms, the robot's legs. The second subsystem consists of 2 spatial manipulators, or the robot's arms, equipped with end effectors, also known as grippers, which function like human fingers with dexterity. The third subsystem includes the torso and neck, which play a crucial role in maintaining the robot's range of motion and overall stability. This mechanical architecture is meticulously designed to balance strength, flexibility, durability, precision, and reliability. Once we understand the first core system, the mechanical precision and reliability.
There we go, right there. So we had Bumblebee, that was 2022. We had Optimus Gen 1, which was 2023. And now we got Optimus Gen 2, this was 2023. So dang, from March to December, we went Gen 1 and Gen 2. So now we're 2025. And this is Gen 3. So we're at Gen 3 already at 2025. So, and I mean, can you imagine in 5 years what these things going to be doing and how they're going to look? I mean, really by 2027, 2028. Because if they're moving this fast, look at this. This is September 2022, March 2023, December 2023. Like, these fools are moving and things are only getting done faster. And my thing is, I believe that the more open AI increases in efficiency, I think these are going to increase as well, as far as the information that it has to pick from and gather and use. You know what I mean? I think that open AI data, I think they're all going to be linked. You know what I mean? Like all these robot datas, they're all going to link them together. That's what I think. I don't think they're going to be competing as much. I think at one point they're just going to be able to just say, screw it. Why don't we just link all of our, our mindsets together? Open AI, Tesla. Why don't we just link them together and just plow forward? Just a guess.
Understand the first core system, the mechanical design. It is essential to explore the second core system, which is the application of that design. In industry, humanoid robots assist with heavy-duty tasks such as lifting objects and transporting goods in warehouses, thereby increasing productivity and reducing the physical workload for humans. In healthcare, they support patients and help the elderly move or perform delicate actions thanks to their dexterous grippers. At home, humanoid robots aid people with disabilities or the elderly in daily activities like cooking and cleaning, enhancing their quality of life. In rescue operations, their agile mobility allows them to access dangerous areas to assist in search and rescue missions. Additionally, robots are used in education, motion research, and artificial intelligence development, or serve as guides in retail and tourism due to their ability to interact naturally with a design that
the word grippers is something else, right? People go use those grippers in so many ways, right? Like you could already see it coming. The prawn industry gonna use those grippers to their advantage.
Balances strength, durability, and precision.
Speaking of grippers,
ability to interact naturally. With a design that balances strength, durability, and precision, humanoid robots hold the potential to revolutionize multiple fields, although further advancements are needed to ensure safety and cost effectiveness. Core System 3, Mobility System, Bipedal Locomotion. A humanoid robot being designed with 2 legs does not automatically guarantee its ability to walk or maintain balance. Mobility is a skill that the robot must acquire only after mastering balance. So, how does a robot achieve this? How does it ensure it doesn't fall with every step? To remain stable while moving, a humanoid robot must understand several factors: the structure of the terrain it is navigating, the slope of the ground, and the position of its center of mass. Based on this information, it must then decide how to execute the next step. This means that at every step, the robot must process input parameters, such as the terrain, incline, center of gravity, and more, to make a calculated decision about how to move forward. In robotics, this process is known as gate planning.
Capital One 3.
These things are really improving extremely fast. I mean, yeah, job market's cooked, and just the sooner these things get put out, this is gonna be bad. Just imagine so many people not having a purpose in life. Can you imagine that? People not having a purpose to know what they want to do with their life. They don't, you know what I mean? Because everybody, life is predicated around working, and you take that away, what are people gonna do? Like, how are they gonna work? What is it that they're gonna find meaning for? Like, this is gonna be, man. That's why you see me doing live streams and like always focusing on doing something, because like I just can't fathom can you imagine like 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion people with no purpose in life whatsoever, and then you give them UBI, universal basic income. Then they got universal basic income, and then what if they, once somebody gives you a income, what if they put like a time limit? Like, what if this income doesn't carry over to the next month? Like, you can't stack it. You got to use it that month. It's going to be bad, bro. It's going to be terrible. Ugh, I can't only imagine.
Refers to the robot selecting the most appropriate stepping pattern for the next move, based on the real-time data it gathers from its current environment. So what did Tesla do to make the Optimus do that? There are 2 main approaches to tackling this challenge. The first is a reactive method, which relies on sensor data, such as force sensors in the feet, to detect.
Okay, I'm going to skip forward a little bit because I don't want to sit here and go over all this. I don't want to go over too much of this. This is going to put me to sleep. Let me see. Oh, where'd that go? That right there. How much can the price of a Tesla Optimus be? I said 20,000.
Optimus Gen 3 drop with the all-new design. Before we begin, please help us reach 11,000 subscribers. Device requires a revolutionary approach to design. The Optimus Gen 3 design represents a significant leap forward in efficiency. According to leaks and footage from Tesla's 2025 Investor Day, the robot is approximately 22 pounds lighter than its Gen 2 predecessor and incorporates 30% fewer mechanical components. This reduction simplifies assembly, lowers maintenance costs, and minimizes expenses related to quality control and inventory management, key drivers of mass production costs.
What do you mean by that, Ophi? I bet the UBI and how long it would last depends on where you are in the world. So like you're saying, like if you're in a different, so basically like if you're in the United States versus if you're in India, your UBI would, what do you mean? Like your UBI would last longer, or what do you mean exactly? I'm trying to figure that out. Like it would last longer as in like it wouldn't carry over to next month, or last longer like your UBI dollar would stretch further? What do you mean?
Industry analysts estimate that streamlining a robot's mechanical structure can reduce assembly time by up to 25%, translating to significant savings according to the Robotics Manufacturing Report in 2025. Material choices further enhance cost efficiency. Tesla has reported that consolidating a robot's shell from dozens of parts to 4 to 5 major pieces could slash material and machining costs by 40 to 50%. For Optimus, this shift could reduce the cost of the exoskeleton by
Ophi says, like different states have different regulations. Food stamps, how long you can have some left in your account. I think it would be similar. True. That's actually, yeah, that's one way to look at it. I don't know how they're gonna do moving forward with regulations, because I had did a video about what is a technocracy, and the way they're moving forward as far as trying to completely alter the political system that we have and basically implement a technocracy where experts run things as opposed to politicians, it's hard to see how things are going to be ran in the future. Like, check out that video. Look up a video I have called "What is a Technocracy," or look up a technocracy or whatever, and look at how they're trying to change how everything is going to be. So it's kind of hard to kind of grasp if that's, I mean, because I'm not saying your idea is wrong. It's actually a good idea on how they may do it. But if they implement things into a technocracy, like, it's no telling what they're going to do or how things are going to be ran. It's gonna suck.
Over $2,000 per unit at scale. A cornerstone of Tesla's cost reduction strategy is its and machining costs by 40 to 50%. For Optimus, this shift could reduce the cost of the exoskeleton by over $2,000 per unit at scale. A cornerstone of Tesla's cost reduction strategy is its reuse of existing automotive hardware and software.
Oh, so they're just like I said, so they're trying to make them cheaper and cheaper and cheaper as time goes on, and then there'll be more of them out there on the streets and all over the world and all over the place for us. So they're trying to make, reusable parts, and you able to use the same parts by selling you. So that we can sell them these products for $20,000, reuse the products once time goes on. So they just going to be recycling, repeating, and improving, because good Lord, these people is going to make a killing.
The full self-driving chip, which powers Optimus's AI capabilities, is the same one used in Tesla's vehicles, with over 1.2 million units produced annually in 2024 by Tesla Q for 2024 production report. By avoiding the need to develop a bespoke processor, Tesla saves an estimated $50 to $100 million in R&D costs. Similarly, cameras, sensors, and electric motors are sourced from Tesla's automotive supply chain, which benefits from economies of scale unmatched in the robotics industry. For instance, Tesla's ability to procure high-resolution cameras at $50 per unit, compared to $200 for competitors, significantly lowers Optimus's bill of materials. Internal estimates from Tesla's production team suggest that at a production volume of 500,000 units per year.
Do you think these people know that they working on their replacements? Everybody's working on their replacements. Everybody working on their future replacements.
The manufacturing cost of Optimus Gen 3 could range between $14,000 and $16,000 per unit. This is already competitive with the base price of a Tesla Model 3, which retailed for $39,990 in 2025. If Tesla offers financing or bundles Optimus with subscription-based AI services, the effective retail price could dip below Musk's $20,000 target, making...
What if you buy a Tesla in the future and it comes with a Tesla bot? What if they start throwing you in a Tesla bot with a Tesla car? You know what I mean? So you got like your personal chauffeur with your Tesla car. What if they're doing that? That'd be crazy.
It accessible to a broader consumer base. Tesla's pricing strategy extends beyond hardware costs, leveraging innovative business models to maximize affordability. Unlike traditional robotics companies that rely on high-margin hardware sales,
I mean, I don't think that would be a bad idea to leverage a Tesla bot with your Tesla car. That would be a great idea, because Elon money is basically like, he keeps his money's in stock. So if his stock go up with a good idea, why not run with it? Because that just makes him richer as far as the stocks go. All right, I'm gonna fast forward up a little bit with some more so I can run through this. I'm trying to get through this quickly because I don't want to be here all night looking at this video. This is the last video of the show anyway, so we're almost done. Up.
In contrast, Tesla's Gigafactories, which produced over 410,000 vehicles in Q2 2025, provide the infrastructure to manufacture Optimus at an unprecedented scale. Tesla's Fremont factory is being retooled for Optimus pilot production, with plans to have several thousand units operational by the end of 2025. This scalability is critical, as economies of scale drive down costs. Historical data from Tesla's Model Y production shows that each doubling of output reduces unit costs by 15 to 20%. If Tesla achieves Musk's vision of producing 1 million Optimus units annually by 2030, unit costs could plummet to $10,000 to $12,000. A price point that...
There it is. You hear his goal?
Musk's vision of producing 1 million Optimus units annually by 2030.
He's trying to produce 1 million of these bots annually by 2030? 2030. So that means these things will cost around 10 grand. Having 1 million of these made annually by 2030. So therefore, yeah, 1 million made by 2030. And then that's only going to increase or compound over time. So if he do 1 million by 2030, by 2040, how many can be made? Like, that's just going to compound and go quicker, and these things are just going to be cheaper, and there's going to be a bunch of these run all over the place. At what point what do humans do? Because then it's cheaper to have a robot do the job at 10 grand a pop, or cheaper as it goes on, as opposed to a human.
Unit costs could plummet to $10,000 to $12,000. A price point that would disrupt the robotics industry. How have operating and charging times improved after this big update? Among the most, now in its 5th iteration, has seen significant updates in 2025, including improved walking gaits, enhanced ARM architecture, and plans for mass production of up to 5,000 units by year's end. Priced affordably between $20,000 and $30,000, Optimus is designed for tasks that are unsafe, repetitive, or boring, but its true power emerges when fused with Grok 4. Musk has confirmed ongoing integration, with Optimus 5.3 already leveraging Grok for voice interactions and natural language processing. This synergy promises profound benefits for humanity, particularly for America's aging population. As of 2025, over 59 million Americans are aged 65 and older, representing nearly 18% of the population, a figure projected to rise to 82 million by 2050. Elderly individuals face mounting challenges, representing nearly 18% of the population, a figure projected to rise to 82 million by 2050. Elderly individuals face mounting challenges. Social isolation affects 1 in 3, leading to heightened risks of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Suicide rates among seniors have reached historic highs, and a shortage of caregivers exacerbates issues like unaffordable care and limited access to health services. AI-powered robots like Optimus, enhanced by Grok 4, could address these by promoting independence, providing companionship, and reducing caregiver burden by up to 50%. How does Grok 4 use reasoning to make decisions? At the core of Optimus's evolution is personalized care, adapting to individual needs over time. How does Tesla Optimus Gen 3 integrate a voice assistant for natural communication? Grok 4 play games.
Imagine being able to build.
Okay, well, that's going to be it for this one. I had enough of this video, but you get the point. You see where we're headed. You see what they're doing, and these people are not playing. So the Tesla bots are going to be a thing of the future. There ain't no way around it. And we're only seeing the Tesla bots. We're not seeing any kind of bots that China has. We're not seeing any other bots that any other company has at that, not just country, but company within that itself. So we're looking at Tesla. Imagine what other countries and other companies are doing, competing with Tesla, because, you know, that's just something that's happening. So if you're looking at it from just one lens of just Tesla, just remember that other countries and other companies are doing this as well. So if he's putting out a million annually by 2030, just know that other companies and other countries are putting out the same input, or a little bit less or a little bit more. Just know that that's happening. So yeah, our future is looking pretty gosh darn grim as far as that goes, as far as finding your purpose goes and finding what you need to do as far as jobs and working, because we just saw the job market is not looking too shabby as far as tech and banking and college grads go. And like I said, the way they're looking at us as far as jobs go, they're looking at us like
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning into today's show. I greatly appreciate y'all who were here up late night. Hopefully y'all get some sleep. I don't know where you are in the world. You could have been somewhere where, you know, it's probably midday or early morning for you. It's late night for me. It's past midnight here. So I got to get some sleep. Got to get some rest. Got to do something. I got a good big day ahead of me tomorrow. But with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all so much. We'll be back on here tomorrow with another show. So love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I much appreciate everyone. Thank y'all for chiming in, and we'll catch you later. And we'll put y'all here with a sexy, nice looking Latina on the way out. Peace.
Follow D. Elliott Fitness for the kind of workouts you'll never forget.
I'd rather be in the studio than in jail or on the street. Talking the wrong, couldn't off your teeth. Got that one hit to quit and knock you off your feet. It's big on, baby, I'm obsolete. Pockets chunky like cottage cheese. Real nigga, I just gotta be. Smoking weed that don't gotta see. Used to be a hustler prodigy. I love when people say they proud of me. I'm eating good, smoking broccoli. Taking over blocks like Monopoly. Only fucking once, that's my policy. Most of these hoes trying to cause a scene. Like niggas mad they not on the team. See, I got bread, then buy the dream. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay. Don't wait no nigga in the top. In the booth, playing beats. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay. Don't wait no nigga in the top. In the booth, playing beats. Counting cash and smoking green, can me blow a cloud like a smoke machine. The bitch on my dick, she got no steam. Bumblebee ass, yeah, I know it's thing. I plug your bitch like a 6-string. Jordan with the bitches got 6 rings. Smoke till my bitch split screen. The fresh with pain pills and sipping lean. Riding dirty, but I'm extra clean. Lyrics nice, but I'm extra mean. All-star, heavyweight like Wolverine. The bitch line say she over me. I flip money like Clover G. Gang hustle like CIP. It's hard baby like D.I.G. Acronym like KRIT. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. Don't wait no nigga in Austin, in the booth, playing beats. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. My fame won't stop, but the only thing I'm chasing. The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. Don't wait no nigga in Austin, in the booth, playing beats. Killing beats like RP, no hard shit with your artery. Cutting up, who sharp as me? Rolling up accordingly. Pulling hoes, no sorcery. Rapping like y'all forcing me. If I ain't right, then it's forgery. Nigga selling to the rock like a Florida beat. Lyrical monster on the Lord of Beats. Text nigga, my bitch Georgia Peach. Pimp tight nigga, I do more than cheat. Cold like D-Wade, I ignore the heat. Bitch, I'm on my way, hit the short for reach. Money jumping like the nigga on my sneeze. Cause the bad J's, get me on the beat. Bitch, I'm always winning like what's the fee? The game on like, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. My fame